All right, let's play. To keep everyone's attention, let's play some efficient D&D.
Yay!
Yay! I'm only going to roll even numbers because that's more efficient.
Everything you roll, just round up.
Mm-hmm.
Just use the D10. Okay, so last time, you left Woodgear. After having, actually no, it wouldn't be Woodgear, would it? You left, the plains, Manadara Plains. After your meeting with Ian McElroy, you left to go directly to Xander's crew's sort of den, almost. There was a lot of internal conflict of sorts. And then a short conflict on the boat as well, as Critias and Bertha jeweled it out.
I almost forgot about that.
What?
Yeah, it was supposed to be a light sparring session, but Bertha wasn't having any of that. She seen it as competition and tried to kill me. And then when I knocked her out, I healed her back up to 1 HP, and then she tried to stab me.
And missed.
I missed.
It was like the perfect sneak attack, but missed.
And I dangled her over the boat.
No, she rolled so badly. It was like loads of 9s, like total 9s.
9.
9. Anything else happened on the boat? Alvin was constantly distracted by this sensation pulling him in the same direction, pretty much, as the boat was going. And as the boat would be pulled side to side by the currents, or even if Alvin turned around, it was like a headache that would move around his head, always pointing in the same direction.
He came to everybody for advice, and he didn't get any answers that he liked.
He got some good answers, but he didn't like them. At least I thought he got some quite good answers.
Yeah, that sounds pretty smart. And also dying.
Yes. We'll see how it goes. Upon finally arriving at their den, you saw them standing outside waiting for you. And as you go closer, they just waited patiently for you to get there. And as you were all sort of parking the ship, Xander said, "So there you are, right on time."
I believe me and the Son were going to attempt this mission diplomatically at first, and then Alvin decided the arrows were a far, far better tactic in this fight.
Yes, immediately upon seeing the pocket watch, what's the word? Ostentatiously around his neck, Alvin immediately shot. And things very quickly went downhill for them. One important detail, actually, just a reminder.
Storm.
True, two important details. At the start of the fight, Xander lifted up his arm, and the water around your ship began to rise and begin to arc over all of you. And then it seemed to just stop and fall harmlessly.
Rice is an archmage.
Haha, he's a lich. And after that, he looked very shocked, confused, a little bit angry, panicking for sure.
Saying it wasn't supposed to go down like this.
Mm-hmm.
And also, early on in the fight, a storm began to brew. So above the island was a dark cloud, almost like a shadow, that began to just cover the entire island, and the light became dim. It was fairly late in the evening at this point anyway, but the sun had not set yet, and it was not going to be dim until this cloud showed up. And then a few seconds after that, okay, this is something I'm going to retroactively change, clarify things.
Retcon.
Yeah.
Retcla.
So I said that there was a wind coming from the north that was trying to push the shadow cloud away, and then it began to kind of spiral and cyclone. To make things clearer, in from the north came a white cloud, a pure white cloud, and those two began to circle around each other. And as did the waves coming from the north as well. But then, after that, there was a strong wind from the southeast that began to push both of those clouds away, pushing them north, away from the island. And at the same time, the waves that were fiercely rising up, it was like they were being pushed back down, flattened, back into the ocean. And then a raven flew in and just watched.
I'm not saying it's your fault, Velzen, but there's evidence.
Yeah.
What? I
Sorry,
oh,
Bruce, you're cutting up.
am I? Is this better?
Oh, you found an area.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the two up top.
And you got it.
Really?
Yeah, it's an
Okay.
internet thing.
sounds like an internet connection issue.
Let's cancel my Final Fantasy down.
That might
might
be
be.
causing it.
right.
Yeah, that's a
I can
thing.
do
Yeah.
that.
No, I mean, I'd been downloading the entire time we'd been talking pre-game.
But now it's realised how inconvenient it would be to take up more bandwidth, so...
Yeah. There we
D&D
go.
takes a
Just
lot of
agreed on
bandwidth.
Discord. Right, the two on top of him sleep.
Pardon? Have been put to sleep, yes.
A pitchfork, and the halfling that looks like Hagrid is like he's still up.
Yeah, he's
He's-
throwing
he's
himself
totally
over
still up.
Xander's body.
Well, no,
Yeah, that's
he's,
right,
he's
he's-
like standing in front, kind of like trying to be as big as possible, just to,
I
like a
know,
shield.
little feral baby man.
Oh,
Like
I
you're
can't
the
laugh.
funny made a halfling barbarian, dude. I can't not laugh at it.
There are loads of halflings in this town. One had to be. Well, he's not like a
he's
full
barbarian
halfling.
fight club. He might be intimidating.
He's
I'm
not a
just-
full halfling. He's like part human, part halfling.
Oh, so he's a midget.
Oh, he's a quarterling.
He's a 3/4ling.
My 6'1" ass. Right.
Pardon?
Storm situation that's going. It seems to be escalating or abating.
It
Was it
seems
about
to be escalating. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
it's still escalating.
Mhm.
I'll watch it for like a round.
Okay.
And then I'm going to start directing people to get everything, and we're going inside.
I was still in
So
combat
so
terms.
there's a door. Well, I
There's a
mean,
door,
there's only this guy who's up, but he's just like squatting on the chest of the dude we just wrecked. So
These two are
like,
only going to be.
Cass can like pick up the halfling, but under her arm and just fucking take him inside.
I still have a spell slot left. Like, if he tries anything, I'm just gonna smite him.
I would hold on
Um,
to that just in case.
I will.
These
I will.
two are asleep for a minute.
Cass had already tied those guys up.
Yeah, Cass has
And
tied.
she
She's
Okay, so they
Yeah,
while she's tying them up, near the end of that, they probably wake up.
she finished tying them up last round session.
Yeah, we kind of
Morning, boys.
got out of combat.
Bag him and bag him.
So she'll pick them both up and hop back down, and we're gonna get everybody inside through this door, away from the mystic bullshit that's going on.
I'm gonna stay.
Courageous-
I'm gonna stay and watch it. Actually,
Watch what?
So am I.
the storm.
Ah,
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna get our captives to safety so we can question them and make sure that this one doesn't bleed
So
out. and
actually-
then-
So we're on the ship now?
let me.
Inside where?
there's a door
There's a
here.
doorway
Yeah.
in one of these caves.
Okay.
Okay, since things have changed a little bit, the storm has not been escalating this whole time. As the fight came to a sudden stop, what you saw was this wind coming from the southeast was pushing these clouds away from the island. But a few seconds after everything started to settle down for you, you could see the black shadowy cloud start to clump up, and you saw it relatively slowly move downwards, and the sun is setting at this point. So it's starting to cast shadows to the side of all of you. And this dark cloud swooped down towards Velzen, past Velzen, and into
Wait,
Alvin's shadow.
is this happening instantly
It's
or
over the-
slowly?
relatively slowly, but
Okay, so we can see it,
you
right?
can see this happening. I would say this
Okay.
happens over the course of a round. It comes down from the sky, so actually quite quickly. Down towards Velzen, past Velzen, and it almost becomes. It goes into Alvin's shadow and disappears.
Okay.
I don't like that.
Yeah, we'll deal with that later. Okay, now
Raven is up here. Just because Monk asked.
There's a lot of bullshit happening right now, and I just want to.
Yeah,
can we-
the
can we-
white
can
cloud
we-
at this point disappears. The waves stop. The water comes back down to the very still that it normally is around these islands.
Cradius, go check on him.
I'm just for fun. I'm gonna use my divine sense, detect good and evil.
Oh, interesting. Let me get my book.
I'm probably at this point. I'm first aiding.
Okay.
I can't even think of his name. I can only think of Zorro because of the fucking text you gave me.
Not too far up. Xander.
Xander.
I'm patching him up, so basically just stabilizing him. He does have a fucking glaive embedded into his chest.
Want me to take care of that?
No, you take care of Alvin. That was some voodoo shit we just saw.
Is Frank coming
I don't like
soon? Because you might wanna like say something to him, but I don't know if you wanna go for him or.
Let's just leave that corner alone for the
Alvin
like,
is
for a
just
little
looking
bit.
at his watch, and you see him often like flicking back to look at Xander, and then back at his watch.
Is Xander back up yet?
I mean,
No.
I'm barely getting 2 words out of this. Like, surgery does not happen over the course of 6-second intervals.
You shouldn't let me do it.
I'm still like getting cast to take everyone kind of inside. I just don't like the situation out of here. It just feels so far out of our control. I want to try and stabilize things a little bit.
I wouldn't fret. That was the lady.
So yeah, so is Cass able to? Well, she'll be able to lift them, but as like going through the door, is there room to just kind of like dump people on the ground?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
There is enough room for these 4 people to sleep in here and a little
Okay.
bit extra.
Okay, so that's kind of what Cass is on with, just making sure everyone's tied up. Is the halfling struggling at all? Because she'll see to that.
He's keeping a very close eye on what she is doing, especially because she's the one like touching it.
Sure. She'll tie him up.
Okay. No, he'll comply.
Okay. Okay.
Keeping a very close eye.
Yeah, and I don't think she'd be too rough with it. She'll just
Yeah,
kind of
that's
like
what I assumed.
she'll escort him down next to the twins, who are probably waking up in about 20-30 seconds.
Critias had a very nice persuasion check last session at the end for Vernon's. So I keep.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
keeping
that's
that.
right. Yeah, I remember that.
And
And
Vernon's, you can tell, is quite perceptive generally.
yeah. So I'm gonna say Bertha is probably on the beach because she'll have seen whatever the fuck happened with Alvin, and she's curious like that. So she'll probably be watching that with Vels and Cradius, Alvin and Bertha on the beach, and then me and Cass inside. And I'll just be patching up Xander. Just
Okay,
making sure he's
great.
not in life-threatening danger.
Yeah, like once you
But
pull out
100%,
the great
100%,
X.
he's done. He is not getting up to fight in like any time this week.
Oh no, he's very rough.
I'm
Yeah.
just kind of keeping an eye on the Raven, seeing what it does.
Oh yes. One final thing I forgot. As this storm in the sky was kind of climaxing, the Raven gave like a very screeching, loud squawk.
Oh,
Crow of judgment. Raven of anger and judgment. And it now flies calmly over and sits perched on Velzen's shoulder.
I don't see that. Neither of the vehicles I'm driving see that. So
It's
Hello there.
yeah,
Yours?
it's not subtle.
yeah.
I'm curious about your divine sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of a weird one. You get a hint of something similar to celestial. From Alvin.
Well,
But
ain't that the weirdest thing?
nothing else.
Can I use message?
Oh, you may.
Send something to the Raven?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Before you do that, Cradius turns to Velos and says, "You picking up any strange vibes?"
Yes, many. You have a close tie to your deity?
As close as it can be. She blessed me directly.
I feel her meddling in this.
We're meddling? I feel like she was here to protect us. From whatever the hell that was. I can sense
The material
presence of
plane is not a place for the divine to play around in.
I tend to agree. There's other things afoot here, though. I can feel the presence of angels and celestials in Alvin.
through it all.
Gives me protection, a lot of love and affection. I don't know the rest of the words.
They're not complicated.
They're really not.
um,
I feel like my lady didn't interfere, more like intercept whatever the hell was already here. Towards the end of that fight, she gave me the opportunity to cast a spell, one that I've never been able to cast before. Or at least to control the spell, but yeah, something weird's going on here. I don't like it one bit.
Do you know what Alvin made a deal with? Seems to have entered him, and like I guess I can kind of like ask it to him too, but it's a bit awkward since the player isn't there.
oh, you're asking the Raven.
Alvin.
I mean, I guess I can ask the Raven next.
Right. Sorry. No, I thought that's what.
Alvin never told me he made a deal. He just said he knew of something that was keeping an eye on him. Never said anything about a deal.
I sense a bond between him and a. Not sure. But yeah,
I pick up on that as well.
I asked Raven now actually. First thing is that I kind of have an idea about is it time to go now?
You get the sense that they think you should leave soon. So whenever you're ready.
Did I hear him say that?
No,
it's telepathic.
you saw him casting a spell. A simple
Everything
spell.
all right there, buddy?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm communicating.
Well, all right.
My God. I cast another message and I ask, do you know what has a hold of this person called Alvin?
Excuse me.
You get it's like a
because
it's
it
like a
doesn't
whispery voice almost. Echoey. Say, I don't, but we should find out.
Okay, I just kind of nod. Have you heard from Frank?
Not yet.
DM him, I'm tense.
Let's, I think we should pause until we have him.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward, isn't it? I thought we'd manage, but
Can I interest anybody in a game of Pokemon while we wait?
That doesn't fit the mood, man.
Pokemon?
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Pokemons. Let me send him a text message. Where?
Wait, no, this isn't the meme chat.
Let's have a look.
Does anybody actually want to give me Pokemon?
He's received it.
Jared, go and Pokemon Showdown while we wait. Alright.
No.
Fine, I'll play a random battle against a randomer.
How's Midron going, Brooke?
That's what?
How's Midron going?
Where's it going?
How's it going?
I haven't done anything.
Hey, me too. I was gonna ask about that, like, even though it's gonna be maybe really much later, if people are still interested in it.
Oh, Dark Heresy. I'm still super interested in that, by the way.
Same.
Okay.
Like, even if it's like a super short campaign, even if it's only like 5.
Short campaigns are great.
Yeah, I'd still be super interested in learning a new system and shooting my fat sniper rifle.
Alright, good to know.
Bam!
I'm still thinking about homebrewing something with that sniper rifle.
I just want you to know that with my fucking combat knife that's in my boot, I fucking scratch a tally onto the barrel. It's got a long fucking barrel.
Yeah. By the way, if anyone else wants to like homebrew one of their weapons in some way,
I already got my prison shank. I'm pretty happy with that.
I think my character is specifically good at using not magic weapons or not techno weapons.
My character's good at everything. He's a space Australian from the prison planet.
Oh my god.
I'm British, of course I'm going to make old colonial jokes.
Isn't your like character augmented? Yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah, your character had like bionics and shit, right?
No, I don't think so.
I'll have to check.
I just flagellate
Oh, that was
myself and got
me.
really angry.
Oh,
I
yeah.
I have cyber eyes and
Oh.
shades as well. But they look in different directions.
Did you say cyber eyes and shades?
Yeah. Like that's the thing. It's like no one can tell. I've got like
Right.
super reflective aviators on until I take my fucking glasses off and look at them. Like both of my eyes are looking in different directions, and then they fucking focus up on you. It's like you better step off. I've also decided my character's gonna say like practically nothing, just like grunt and nod and stuff.
Can't wait.
I don't think so.
Just quips.
Is that right?
You're not allowed to say anything unless it's a response to something else. Unless it's a one-line response.
The pulling the slide back on my rifle is just like scrapes on like clunk, and then I'll let it go. It's like clunk clunk. I'd imagine you'd need a serious, if it's a ballistic like sniper to do, like in that universe, it would need to be like tank buster sized. Like an elephant gun.
Yeah.
Come on, Frank.
Hank. He's received my message.
Who's Luke Perry? Is he the guy from Aerosmith? No, he's not.
So how come it's late, anyways?
This is kind of.
What's that, Brooke?
I'm just linking Dark Heresy. That's the kind of aesthetic I'm thinking of.
Oh shit. Kind of steampunkish.
Just fucking. It's just really simple and long, and it fires a stupid high caliber shot.
What's
Sounds
your
like something
ballistic
else I
skill?
know. Mm-hmm.
What's your ballistic skill, Brooke?
Good question.
I think you got like 40 or
it's
something?
high. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay.
I think it had to be high for me to actually get snipers, but I can't remember. It is good though, because the thing is, I think mostly I'll be using my revolvers, and trying to get into a position where I can take Overwatch shots, if possible.
Yeah, that's a good threat. Let me launch it up.
He replied to me in Dutch.
That's funny.
I'll type it. I assume it means I'm coming.
Oh my.
Oh my.
I know what that sounds like in Dutch.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
That's clearly Swedish, David.
Oh yeah, you're making my pee very happy. Ik kon eraan.
I just translated it from Dutch into Japanese.
I mean,
And
I
that's,
guess that.
that's valid for me. It works.
Weird flex,
I
but
understood
okay.
It's a very simple sentence. It's 3 words.
So, I mean, don't leave us hanging. What did they say?
Like, I'm on.
Huh?
He said he's on his way.
Okay.
Don't know how long that'll be, but
But yeah, Brooke, your ballistic skill is exactly 40.
oh, same.
Cool. You actually remember that?
Yeah, shoot.
No, I have a screenshot
Haha, okay.
because it's fucking ridiculous. I didn't want guns.
That's right. You just randomly roll that really high. You don't have any points in it or anything. You got like max roll on that.
I think my weapon skill was super good as well. I don't think I changed that at all.
38. You put 1 point
Yeah,
into it.
I think that was natural.
Oh, you have 1 advancement.
Oh, okay.
Let's go, Quagsire. Oh, he put me asleep. Quag. I love Quagsire, he's great. Freeze him, freeze him, freeze him, freeze him. Oh. That's got bullet seed written all over it.
I miss this.
Yeah, me too. David,
Yes.
you're the one with all the bionics.
I am?
Or sure
Yeah,
it wasn't
yeah.
Dave.
It's been a minute and I'm really stupid, so I've forgotten everything you've told me about this game already.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of like a bit. Yeah, you're like I assume it's fine to say, but yeah, you're like an assassin for the Adeptus Mechanicus, and then you got like a lot of enhancements and shit working for him.
I'm pretty cool.
Yep.
You're alright.
Been in jail my entire life. Gotta get out of here somehow.
Yeah, he's from like a penal colony world. Like it's an entire world that's a penal colony.
I already simplified it. I'm from Space Australia.
Hey, welcome.
Speaking
Hey,
of
man.
Space Australia, hello Frank.
Hello.
So I'm sorry, we have
yeah.
something to tell you about Alvin.
You're really gonna drop that on him the first second he walks in here? God damn it.
Did you like my Dutch answers to your question?
We
You
love
know,
your
I
Dutch.
guessed what it meant.
I was like, I have like a watch, a smartwatch, and it just gives you
Oh,
options
right.
to reply to someone. It's like, I'll choose that one. Yeah.
Right, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I wondered.
Anyway, what's up? What happened to me?
Okay. Nah, not much.
Okay, good.
What do you mean, not much?
You're a dwarf now, but
I feel like that's a good good segue, I guess. Yeah.
We changed your name to Krusty.
Oh. Mm,
I guess I'll note that off my list for potential new names.
mm.
Are you changing Dusty's name?
We'll see. I won't say anything. I won't say anything.
That means yes.
No. Dusty stays dusty. I'm putting my foot down. I'm putting my foot down. No. Oh god. Anyways, did you guys have to wait long, or were you already playing, or?
Well, we've only been playing for about an hour and 20 minutes, but you know.
We played like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Then we kind of came to a point where we kind of need your input. So
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, roll for initiative.
Oh god.
No.
I'm attacking it. Let me do. What was my initiative again? That's like 20.
No, he's
Uh,
distracted, so
27.
it's a prize. It's fine.
It's just right. Nice.
So I summarized everything that happened last time, or a lot of it. The storm in the sky. So a few seconds after your kind of skirmish down here, your battle, whatever, started to simmer down. Is that a phrase? It started to calm down.
Yeah.
The storm, previously there was the shadowy cloud in the sky swirling with the white cloud. And then there was also this wind from the southeast that was pushing them. So the dark, shadowy cloud began to all come together. And it's traveled down from the sky, down towards Velzen, past Velzen. And as the sun is setting and everyone's shadows are beginning to stretch across the ground, this cloud went right into your shadow and disappeared.
Wait, me? Wait,
Yes.
what? What?
Yes,
So
into
developments.
Alvin's shadow.
So a cloud just went inside me.
yeah,
Or
and
my
we're
shadow.
we're all kind of just staring at you right now.
And after that, the white cloud dispersed, it went away. Sea calmed. There was no wind really. The waves are incredibly calm and still.
I tried to start to run away from my own shadow.
Um,
I think that will do.
roll an athletics check.
Where I need to find my die. My dice, where are you?
I will warn you, shadows have athletics of plus 30.
Okay, let me do this. I'm found my
Okay.
die.
Okay, you're confident you can beat that?
Yeah, let me find where is my I need to find my character sheet. Let me find let me find my character sheet. Let's see, dexterity. Yeah, that's a plus 3. Let's see, and that is a 11, so that is a 14.
No, just right in your tail.
God damn it.
So close. You're like constantly just outrunning it. It's weird.
Okay. What the fuck was that?
I
So
can
at the
sense
same time-
celestial presence from that thing.
Yeah, don't ask us. You said before you had something watching you. Alvin.
No. I was being pulled to this place, but that was just my watch that I just finally got out of the water.
And now some kind of shadow beings inhabited your shadow, for God's sake.
I don't
Alvin,
know what that is.
where do you get your powers?
They suddenly appeared.
When? And how?
Oh, a while ago. not that long, and I don't know how. They
You
just
said you woke up with them, right?
yeah. It just suddenly happened.
Pact like this normally doesn't form out of the blue like this.
Wait,
You can say that again.
pact? I can't remember making any pact with anything, anyone.
Something's bonded to you.
Yes, it might be more accurate to say something has bonded to you. If you didn't agree to anything, you haven't formed a pact, I suppose.
Wait. Can't you summon your bow at will?
Yeah, I just
How did
summoned
you
it.
do that?
Kind of just happened. I don't know.
Like I'm looking at Velzen, like shifty eyes kind of thing. It's like, you ever heard of anything like this before?
I can see if I have. Hang on.
You can if you'd like. Oh, sorry. What exactly are you asking?
Me?
Yeah.
Like, I wanna hear if I've heard of anything like this being able to summon your weapon, and if that's like related to any type of being, or like anything I can infer, I guess.
Like you're essentially trying to figure out if you know what a warlock is, right?
Well, I suppose I already know that because I kind of like inferred that he's bonded with this thing, or I'm not sure.
Mhm. I would say you would know that already.
Nemasan didn't.
In fact, you know of a few Shadorkai who have this sort of relationship with the Raven Queen,
Ah, okay.
who are part of your order.
Hmm.
I try to talk to my shadow and like, can you get out of there?
What
as
do you
say
want
that,
from me?
Why did you go in there? Do I get a reply?
doesn't seem to be any response.
Alvin, remember practicing meditation. Try it now. Close your eyes. Still your thoughts. Focus.
I don't know if it's the right time right now.
Well, something pretty significant just happened. We need answers. We came here to pick up 4 children that were causing havoc. We didn't come here to, as Velz had said, be in the middle of a war between gods.
When Critias says children as well, you suddenly, not as strong as before, but that anger does return.
Sorry about that.
He's still alive?
You feel a sense coming from within, past this door over here, as you see Cass and Basan inside.
Cradius, to answer your question, from what I know, abilities like that come from forming a bond with a creature of higher power. Sometimes divinity, sometimes demons or fae, and we call those people warlocks.
Now that is interesting. I've met people who've made bonds with gods before. I myself am one. And I've heard of divine healers before. We have those in my society, but I've never met anybody who's ever made a pact with somebody who isn't a deity or a god.
Yes, most pacts with gods doesn't create a warlock. So, more like your case.
And you mean to tell me, Alvin, that you know nothing about this?
No, just strange dreams.
Insight check.
Strange
Roll an
dreams.
insight check.
That's a 4.
Okay.
Actually, you mentioned
I'll roll
strange
for
dreams.
Alvin.
I have heard of pact being made in a dream. So maybe if you can try to remember that dream you had that night. Maybe you agreed to something.
Don't. I don't think so. Just a lot of anger. That's about it. Anger and
Had
yeah,
you
mostly
lost
anger.
your stopwatch shortly before that night?
Well, yeah. I did. I had my powers before I lost. No. Did I get my powers before I lost my watch or? Sorry, I don't have the feat that remembers everything, so I can't remember.
Yeah, I didn't get the cheat code in this
Yeah.
campaign.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think I have my powers. I did get my powers before my watch got stolen, but
Yeah, it was
yeah.
before.
Yeah. But the anger started after.
But now you
And I
have
think
this. Now you have your pocket watch back, and you're still feeling this anger.
Yes. I still feel the being pulled towards the guy, right?
You do.
Where's the anger coming from? Is it?
I'm
I
slowly
know
starting to. I'm slowly starting to walking that way. By the way, just
Like I pull out my trident and point it at him and just say, "Don't move."
Alvin, roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god.
Hell yeah.
I was already starting
Shut
to
up,
walk
bro.
there. I didn't even need it. I wanted to go there. Anyways, you want me to roll a wisdom saving check? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Let me. Why did I keep closing my character sheet? Let me pop
That's a
it
good
out.
question.
I pop it out. Let's see. Wisdom save. The saving
Oh,
throws
you're
is +5. Yeah, I'm proficient with wisdom. So that's a 4 +5, so that's a 9.
9.
9.
Yes, this anger is very real. This is something you've been searching for weeks, and you finally have your chance. Even though you've got your pocket watch back, you were still very much wronged by these people.
I'm still trying to get. I'm still walking towards him.
Alvin, seriously, stop. This is over. Not the morning here.
By the way, I wasn't here last session. Can I do like a retroactive insight check on like the character on how I perceive them, like on Sander and his gang?
On Alvin.
Sander.
No, it's not that.
Oh, Xander. Interesting. Yes, you may. You didn't get much chance. There wasn't much time, to see him, but to observe him. But there were a few key moments that gave some information away.
Okay, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
You need to roll.
The one very clear thing to you was that he did not expect this to happen. He expected something else to happen on this island.
Hmm.
The way that they were waiting for you, they were expecting you. The spell that fizzled out. But it's hard to get any real test of his personality.
There was a third influence. That was the wind from northeast, was it?
The southeast.
Southeast.
It's kind of southeast.
I feel like that was the lady.
I don't.
She was with me. She was with me in that battle. She gave me access to powers I've never had before.
Wouldn't you think that would rather be the waves?
Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about. Never mind.
So, I will remind there were waves that were suddenly being pulled up, coming from the north, and then it also seemed like they were being pushed back down. The white cloud also came from the north.
They might also have made a deal or a pact with some sort of being.
You think he's a warlock as well?
I mean, did
That
he
would make a
display
lot of sense.
any warlock powers or anything similar?
He displayed some kind of magic.
So,
But I don't know if it was
the
the
things that he
pocket
did.
watch or not.
Um, he will. I think in his left hand he was like grasping the watch, and around his neck, and then he would lift up his right hand, and this wave began to summon and grow upwards, and then it fizzled out, and
Anyways, I am still trying to get there. Just walking, keep
Alvin.
walking. Just keep walking. I'm
No, I'm
sidestepping. I'm sidestepping. I'm
Alright,
sidestepping.
I'm actually gonna.
Trying to grapple.
If he's gonna carry on trying to get past me, I'm going to grab him.
Okay, Alvin, will you try to dodge?
I'm just trying to get to him. Let me go. I just.
Listen. We need to get information out of him.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
No, Masan can do that perfectly fine. She does not need your help.
No, I think I am perfectly capable of doing this.
You are not acting rationally right now. You need to chill.
I evade and walk. Keep going. I'm gonna keep going.
No, I'll go hold of you unless you're trying to get off me.
Yeah. What do I do to get away?
Okay.
I want to keep going.
Did you let him grab you, or did you immediately try to dodge?
Yeah, dodge.
Okay, roll an acrobatics check, and Critias roll athletics.
Acrobatics check +3. Ooh, that is an 18 +3.
You say athletics?
Yeah.
Athletics.
7.
So
Okay.
I have 21. Can I just dodge and run?
Dodges around your arms.
I'm gonna cast command. No, I've only got one spell slot left. Fuck.
It's your
You
choice.
can use it. You can use it.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast command.
Okay.
Alright, what do I do?
Spell save
So
DC.
wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save 13.
What is your command?
What is your command?
Stop, I guess? Or
Holes.
hold, yeah.
Halt.
Oh,
Yep.
I really hope you succeed. I'm just checking. Actually, I like both ways. And that's a 3 plus, I think, 5, so that's a 9. So
9.
you
Halt.
succeed.
Alvin, please. Like, now I'm gonna go over and now I'm gonna grab him. Alvin, listen.
Okay.
This anger is not coming from you. It's coming from whatever you may have accidentally made a deal with. This isn't right. You know this isn't you.
I don't. Okay, two things. Do I know that he cast a spell on me? And
Yeah, he shouted halt and you stopped moving.
yeah.
but it is a
okay.
charm.
Yeah, just checking.
Oh, you've got
wait, it's a
resistance
charm.
against being
I got
charmed,
yeah.
You're
I
hot.
get. I get.
I think it's a charm. I'm double check. Yeah, enchantment.
Do I get?
No, that's not-
Enchantment
charm.
doesn't mean charm.
No.
Yeah,
No.
keep reading. It'll be in the text of the.
Yeah. I would, but I would only
It's
have
an
it.
enchant. It's an enchantment.
Yeah.
That's-
Doesn't say charm actually.
Yeah, if
No,
it doesn't say charm,
nice.
it's not a charm.
Nice. It's good. Otherwise, I had to roll again.
Yeah, I haven't talked you into stopping. I've made you stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They follow the command on
Well, technically you did use words, but one was magic.
yeah, but you know.
So
Alvin,
I know
come
that
on.
you,
Think.
It lasts 6 seconds.
This isn't you.
Hmm.
Let Masan get answers out of him, and if he gives the wrong ones, I'll trust you and I'll stand aside if you really think he's that dangerous. But think about it this way: you got your watch back.
Okay,
Yeah.
how angry is Alvin?
It's not overwhelming. It's there. You feel it. But you still have your own control. It's just you have this emotion in you.
Let's walk it off, man. Walk it off.
So however Alvin would act with that emotion, it's totally natural.
It's up to you.
It's your emotion.
I want to listen to the interrogation at least.
Okay.
So I want to get.
I'd say
to-
about that time I'll
Yeah.
probably start coming out of the
Yeah.
to check on the situation. Still no sign of like the storms or anything. No escalation.
No.
No,
Wait,
it's
no-
fucking
Calm as ever.
disappeared. Fucking.
It all
Everything's
went-
okay, Captain, but bit of a situation. Some kind of celestial being has invaded Alvin.
Interesting.
I don't
Right.
know if you caught that, by the way,
Casimir,
Frank, but I did like a quick cast of Detect Good and Evil, and that is what apparently entered you, I think.
So sorry, what entered me?
Something
Some
celestial.
kind of celestial force
Hmm.
being.
It was celestial like.
Oh, celestial like.
But I mean, if he's not knowledgeable, that's to an
Yeah,
untrained eye.
it
that would
felt
be
it felt
celestial.
similar, to what you expect a celestial feel like.
Yeah.
Like
So-
that would be up to Cradius if he wants to
Yeah,
make the leap
absolutely.
to celestial from there. Yeah.
I would say some kind of holy entity, I think, and that's the way I'd believe, is some kind of holy being or force is entered in Elven. That's what I'm picking up right now.
Right. So how many external forces were present during this mess? There was the black cloud, the white cloud, the waves, and the raven, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of bullshit. That's an outrageous
sorry.
amount of bullshit.
I will say, to clarify things, because it is just incomprehensible otherwise, the Raven didn't seem to do anything but watch.
But yes, but my tally was things present.
Right.
It's
gotcha.
also sitting on my shoulder right now, but you don't know that
Yes.
probably.
And I make note of it if I can see, which I can because it's a very open area.
I'm fairly certain one of those entities was the Lady of the Deep.
The waves.
I think so, yeah.
What about the
She
white
gave me-
cloud?
I've
And the
got
wind.
no idea.
I don't like this. I just don't. I really don't like this. Like
I don't like it either. The lady wasn't
my
here.
my
at
my
the
instinct
first.
is just to ditch this entire thing. It really is. I mean, we might as well follow through now. It seems to have calmed down. We'll get the information. And I might even be more curious about what the fuck just happened here than actually retrieving Cian's information. But I don't like this one bit. That way too much stuff just went over our head, literally and figuratively.
I will enter the water and try and commune with the lady to see if I can get any answers. I doubt it, but
Why are you hugging Alvin?
he's pretty angry right now.
Give me a second.
Sure.
Well, he chucked my fucking pocket watch into the ocean.
And you have it
Of course,
back,
I mean-
and we beat him up.
Oh, not enough.
Well, I think
I-
that's fine recompense for the crime of depriving your
No,
property from
no.
another way.
I already
One-
told you. If I'm not killing him, I'm taking both his hands.
No, I'm fine with that.
You've agreed with that. Yeah. So we'll just agree to that here.
Oh, by the
Xander,
by, I
please.
did miss out before. Sorry, the waves and the white cloud I felt were from the lady.
Okay. Even still, I feel like at this point it's too much guesswork. But
Yeah.
that does help.
I'm gonna let you guys do your thing, but just for I'm gonna go into the waves and I'm just gonna start
Oh, and-
meditating and whatnot.
And also,
I'm
the black
free!
clouds
I'm free.
seem to have come from Alvin. As
Yeah,
they
so the
entered
black
him.
clouds. Yeah, So I think what's happened here is that Xander was trying to harness this power that has now been absorbed into Alvin, and was opposed by that force was opposed by the lady. Right? Was it the
Alvin just
lady
looks
who
really
dropped the wave?
I think that power has been inside Alvin since a while ago.
Well, no, I think the power's tied to the pocket watch.
Maybe.
And now the Raven Queen's
I
involved.
think
and
with you- I
motion
think we're
towards your
talking-
Raven.
I think we might be talking about. two different
Oh, that
powers
makes a
here.
lot of sense actually.
But I don't know. It's still, again, I don't like being this much in the dark.
That
and,
might
uh,
explain why
I pull
he
out
reacted
from
so
the-
violently to the pocket watch being
from-
taken.
From one of my many belts, I just pull out a set of scalpels, and I just
Okay.
say, right, I think we should start interrogating.
Oh my god.
Not.
I'm more walking towards the beach, but now that she's pulled the scalpel out, I'm kind of like.
I waited for you to get into the ocean.
Okay.
There's some things that Cradius's pure heart doesn't need to know about.
I think as long as Cradius comes up and they're still alive, I think he would say that you guys held to your end of the bargain. So you know.
I'm just walking next to you and you're I'm just kidding.
Are
I'm
you-
kidding.
Alvin, are
you just hear from like just by the way, it's just like Bertha, keep an eye on Alvin for me.
Alvin, are you calm? Do you want me to chill you out a little bit?
No, no, I'm fine.
Shit, blaze it up, man. You've been hiding out on us, man.
I was about to ask, do you have anything for that?
I think I do. I think I do.
She starts rummaging through a call, so I've got something for everything here. Hang on.
I will say, Alvin, I would ask for you to entrust me with the lead here. Interrogation is a pretty delicate art, especially what I will be doing with these. And I flash the scalpels.
I just want to be there.
That's fine. Just I'm telling you, if you try and interrupt, without letting me know, you can ask questions. That's no problem. But please just don't startle me or try and jump them or anything brash like that. If you do, I will try and chill you out. Okay?
The other guys are tied up. Just checking.
Yeah, Cass is in there. She's got them all
Yeah.
tied up. Yeah.
Okay, we'll get. I will join. I will try to control myself.
Okay. Oh, Jared, I'm about to do some really dark shit.
I'm sweating. As you turn around to go in the door, you see like Vernon's is the one who's tied up, right within like the field of view of the door, and he is staring, eyes wide open, having heard that whole conversation.
If that's true, that's perfect. That's intentional on the sounds part.
Oh, I assumed.
Yeah. That's part of the foreplay. Because he's my target. He's the one I want to break.
Oh, his hands are already mine, so all good.
No, that's Venance. This is the.
Oh, sorry.
This is the quarterman.
Oh, okay.
No, the 3/4 man. Sorry.
The three-quarterling.
Yeah, 3/4ling.
Maybe like 2/5.
Because the problem is Xander has lost a lot of blood. He's just been through pretty heavy bodily trauma. He's going to be pretty hard to get any cohesive information out of. So I'm going to have to rely on the others for that as much as possible.
I did roll to see last week how long he would be unconscious for.
6 days.
Just so you know.
Good to know.
Okay.
It's 1d4 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't know the result.
But he's
so.
tied up as well, right? Or not? Otherwise, I will tie him up.
Right. So, as I'm coming into the room, I just look at Cass and I just say, "Cass, my friend, how is your stomach today?" Some messy work. We have some messy work to do. The thing is, I genuinely don't know how Cass would react to this. I don't know how Hatsu would.
I think
take Cass
even on the way over, she was something I was gonna possibly say as her was like, this is not quite what she had in mind when she pictured sailing off with a ship into the ocean. This is not quite what she had in mind. If it needs to be done, it'll be done, but she's not fully happy with doing this.
That seems right, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, like Cass is pretty chill.
I feel like Bertha would be.
Bertha's curious in what you're
Yeah,
doing.
Bertha's a psycho. Bertha's a pure fucking psycho. So.
You're like the perfect teacher for Bertha.
So the first thing I'm going to do is the twins are awake, Venance is awake. Do they ask me anything as they come in?
So the Lucas and Karn are being. They seem to be the youngest, as far as you can tell. They certainly look the youngest. They are not saying a word.
Okay.
Vernon's seeing you take out these tools and things escalating even more than they already had.
Yeah, because like as I'm walking through, I'm kind of laying out my whole tool, like
Yeah.
surgeon tools there. Yeah. On the table or anything nearby.
What do you need those for?
Well, good question. Um, well, I actually that's a good point. You guys are expecting us, right? So you must know why we're here.
We thought we did.
Well, tell me what you thought. Let's start there. Why did you think we were coming here?
To take the pocket watch.
Yes. That's not incorrect, but we did have other reasons.
Why did you come here? Why are you coming after us?
Okay.
That's our ship. Was our ship.
Yeah, that's our ship now. Which I mean, you can hardly hold against
That's
us.
become clear.
You were in the business of piracy. I think it's only, it's just part of the trade.
You see him just
we-
kind of like solemnly nod. Like the other three might deny that, but he probably wouldn't.
We are here on behalf of Cian McElroy and the leaders of the islands to cover up your mess.
See his eyes shoot open when you mention Cian and the heads in general.
So, from what I've heard, you did a very spectacularly poor job on your last mission, and Cian has decided that you have outlived your use.
What did she tell you?
She simply asked us to get information about what happened on that mission and then ensure that you never return to the islands.
See, like this is so much insane information for him to take in at once.
I'm polishing a scalpel.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, that's another bit of information to take in.
Can I do my first intimidation check?
You absolutely may.
Yeah, that's the perfect time for it.
I'm talking like a doctor as well, by the way. Glasses on, low light in the caves. It's just reflecting.
Just business, just work.
Yeah, this is just
Standard procedure.
I can't wait until level 4 so I can get 3 more skills.
I will say you definitely have advantage.
Okay, thank you.
Fuck for that.
My rules this campaign, Jared. I want to
And
get back to mid
yeah, since I said it afterwards,
Yeah.
you should probably reroll.
Oh, are you sure? I want to actually roll my physical dice. I just did that because I was
Sure.
opening to see what my intimidation score was. Okay, well there is a natural 1.
Okay, well I meant
Well, there is a if it's,
one dice.
Oh, well
Um,
the closest one to me is a 13.
Okay, so 13
Yeah.
plus 3, or
Yeah, 13
13
plus 3
total.
is 16.
Okay, 16. Yeah, so like overwhelmed by everything, including the, but like this is the most immediate danger. Look, you've beat us. What? You don't need those. You don't need that.
Unfortunately, beating you is just the first part of our assignment. We still have to follow through on our pledges to Cian McElroy, who is actually paying us quite fabulously.
Why you?
Well, I think her previous group of lackeys had proven unreliable and needed to be disposed of. So, we were the first ship into port.
Why did you come here?
Business.
Why did? See him looking at the scalpel like.
I kind of bend down to look at him. I bend down to look at him and I just say, I really want you to understand that this is nothing personal.
And I can remind him that we're the one asking the questions.
Jared, feel free to remind me actually what information we need from them, because that was like
Okay.
rusty ass memory.
Yeah, that's fair. That was a while ago.
One second. Is
It
my
is,
mic?
though. I wasn't wrong, was I?
Is my mic
It is
cutting
the
out?
details of the mission.
Nope.
No, you sound good.
No.
Okay.
You sound fine. So, a few weeks ago, they were sent on a errand, a mission of sorts. Debatably an adventure. To the Kingdom of Grendel. King Malkavi specifically asked Trinity to send someone to deal with a beast that they were having problems with. I believe that's as much as Cian told you. She told you that when they returned, they were very hesitant to speak of any details other than, like, it's done, we've done it. They didn't give, like, a rundown of details or anything. What am I missing?
They set fire to somewhere? They burnt
Okay, no.
burnt down a building?
What she said is that has been a rumor
Oh, alright.
within maybe the last week or so now. So this was a short while after they came back. But there was a rumor
I'm gonna start
that
taking notes after this session.
when we come back would be a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there was a rumor that Trinity sent people to burn down a village, essentially. Or, yes, it's still very much a rumor. People
If I
think
remember
this may have
correctly,
happened.
they didn't actually kill anyone, did they?
We don't know. That's
You
the
don't
thing.
know?
That's kind of what we're here to find out.
Oh, I thought we knew whether they did it or not. Whether they
Not really.
killed someone or not. Yeah.
I think
So it might
the gist of the situation is that they caused a shit show, and Cian needs to know exactly how big the shit show was.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Kind of. That's close.
Yeah.
That's close enough, I think.
Yeah.
She's very curious why they were to talk.
Like I say, a lot of the questions I'm going to be asking you, nothing personal, purely business. However, this, and I start pulling a belt out and wrapping it around Xander's arm, near the forearm to cut off the blood supply to his.
You see him go from scared to angry. Seeing that.
This, unfortunately, is personal. I've made some promises.
To who?
To Alvin, the owner of the pocket watch. Trust me, we bartered him down from death. But it will just have to be hands for now.
Why does he want it so bad?
Well, it's his business.
I want to hear your side of the story.
Oh, do you? Well, if our positions were reversed, you would be able to hear it. But as I kind of like cinch up the belt, I say, but I'm the one asking questions.
Oh, damn.
Silent anger. And
would he like to rage?
I pull out a bone saw.
I just need to know if I can actually handle it.
Okay, what do you?
It's like maybe I might be too intimidating to Alvin. It's like actually this is pretty fucked up. Like maybe I don't want this.
No, when he
Who's
starts
worse
cutting,
here?
I need to see if I can actually like stay in the area. I don't
What?
think.
Instead of just killing him.
No, like I don't think
Being
this is like
gross.
I don't think Alvin has ever seen someone actually torturing anyone. You know, like
You tried to
Technically-
poison an old woman.
yeah, true.
Technically, I'm amputating. I'm just kind of multitasking a little bit.
So Sandra's like completely out of it, right? He's not.
He's fully
Bro, are you seeing a
unconscious.
therapist? I just need to know real quick.
This is
I've already
therapy.
I've already told Jared that like Masan taps into some shit. I think it's like it's like my favorite TV show is Hannibal. I'm just fascinated by like
Yeah.
Evil
Like-
mindsets.
I thought
Kind of, yeah.
Masam was just a bit mischievous in the beginning, but goddamn. Yeah, you should
no,
straight
yeah.
Hannibal.
Masan's been through some shit.
Well, here's the thing,
Oh, really?
Alvin,
I
like
got-
even with the poisoning, Alvin was like he didn't expect her to die from the poisoning. Like he's just using it, you know.
And also, you don't
Okay.
get to like see it, kind of, when you're
Yeah,
poisoning someone.
exactly. Okay, poison
Hey,
is sneaky kill.
Nasam was said, take the arms and get information. This is
Yeah, no,
It's
no.
just-
When you
is just
when you
seeing-
start cutting,
yeah, this
I
is
need
just-
I will roll a die and see if I
Yeah,
run that the fuck
constitution
out
check.
of the building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just how the sausage is made, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Velson's like, damn, I thought I was evil.
Okay. Sure. Roll a wisdom.
And not
Save, I
Constitution.
guess.
See if I can stay in.
Oh, I haven't started yet. Like,
Yeah. When she starts, I'll
Okay.
see if I.
because the kicker to this is, and I'm just looking directly at Finance, and I just say, when I start to saw, he is going to wake up. How quick I go is going to depend on your cooperation. I'm going to ask you some questions. I want fast answers.
I
Shush.
don't.
Shush. Shush. They'll be fairly simple
Immediately.
questions. And I will stop and leave him if I am unsatisfied. And trust me, he will bleed out unless I finish the procedure.
Make an insight check.
Insight?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh boy. It's appropriate.
Jesus fucking Christ. Natural 2.
Same.
Okay.
What's your insight?
Yeah, good question. My insight is +3, so 5.
Well, that'll do it.
Yay!
You can tell that when he took out these tools, he assumed that this was talk or I'll hurt you all, not talk and I'll hurt you all.
Look, I was told to take the arms. Like,
He is ready. He's on edge, I will say.
I see that, do I?
Yeah, you can tell.
Let me just check something. I was saying this to Alvin, but from what I'm seeing, there's some like chill out magic.
Oh God.
I cast 420 at first level.
Just light some weed on the side.
Okay. Finance, I suggest you calm down. And I use my innate suggestion, which is
Oh.
Oh, you Yuan-Sees can do that.
yeah,
That's pretty cool.
once per day.
Yeah,
With a
they're
lower
broken.
DC, it's charisma, not intelligence. So
Nice.
it's a 13 DC wisdom.
Okay. Wisdom.
Yeah.
Ooh, this will be close. Oh, no, it won't. Wrong class.
If he's a barbarian, he's probably not
He's
got.
wise. He's not a barbarian, but he is a barbarian. Okay. So as you say, Cam, his eyes kind of gloss over a bit. Kind of blinks, shakes his head.
Oh,
like-
I just want to.
It is like being on.
Yeah. These are
or something.
these are my chill out beans. I say to him, now let me remind you again that we have been hired to make sure that you, as a crew, never cause Sue McElroy any headaches ever again. Now, the easiest way, I'm sure you understand, the easiest way to do this would be to kill all 4 of you. However, there's some members of our party that find that idea slightly disagreeable. So this is the better alternative. I promise you that. And I start to saw.
Ah!
One sec. Let me look up what suggestion does.
Okay, yeah. I looked it up myself, so I'll read it.
How long?
8 hours.
Fuck.
Now, if he's got rages left, it's just if he can get into a rage.
Is that level 1?
Is what level 1?
That rage feature?
Being able to ignore charms and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
See, like, would the calm down suggestion make him unable to rage?
What if I said it in a Scouse accent? Would that give her advantage?
Hey, calm down.
Calm down, calm down.
Calm down.
I really love
Um,
how Jared says calm. It's like, oh, so
Calm.
calming. Calm. Oh, just say.
Oh, by the way, Frank, you missed some quality D&D memes earlier on.
I'll look at him, lady. I'm.
I don't think.
Yeah,
I
and
th-
it's
I think
it's
he has
only
to be
damage.
higher level.
Why is Dave actually not here? Because I'm seeing him play.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay.
that's mindless rage. That's a level 6 berserker ability.
Yeah, get fucked. He can't rage.
Holy
yeah.
shit. Yeah, that's.
I have the tools for the job, Jared. I don't think we need to roleplay this too much because that might be a little bit too grim. But
No. I want to roll see if I.
No.
oh yeah.
Let every detail.
So I am in the room. So do I need to? What do I need to roll to see if I can actually stay in the area?
Roll a wisdom
And
save.
let's do that first. And then if I
Let's
can
set a
keep my.
DC together.
Okay.
But how hard do you think this should be? For Alvin.
Well, he has gutted all kinds of creatures, but like this is a human being.
And it's for a very different purpose.
Yeah.
I might get
I thi-
better
I-
later. I'm just saying.
I think like a DC of like 14. I can like let's say if I roll below a 14,
On the dice.
yeah, so it's like the DC. Let's set the DC for 14, and if I roll below it, 14, I will have to leave the room. If I
Okay.
roll, and I think if I roll below a 16, do I like if you can stomach and stay in, then
I
you
was going to
won't
say,
throw
as
up,
a
right?
suggestion, if you do pass and you stay in the room, maybe a Constitution saving throw to stop you from throwing up.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do as well. Yeah, so let's see if I can stay in the room first. So that was we set the 14, so I need what was it again? Wisdom, right? Or no,
Mhm.
Constitution +3. So I need
No, it's
to
Wisdom
roll.
save and then a Con save. So it's Wisdom
Okay.
to stay in the room, Con not to throw up.
Okay, thanks. Let's see. That is a 9 plus
9.
5, so that's a 14 exactly. So I get to stay, I guess. 'Cause
Okay.
yeah. I just barely. So now let's roll again and to see if I could keep everything in my stomach.
DM has a suggestion, maybe lower
No,
this
you're
one,
good.
seeing as how we steal themselves to actually stay in the room.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Like how much do I have to roll to keep it from
No,
going
you're
up?
fine. You can keep it there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's more of a wisdom thing.
Okay. No,
Uh,
I stay in the room.
Yeah, you stay in the room just barely. You're like shuffling
Yeah.
in and
Yeah, like trying to like.
You're
Yeah,
about to turn
it's-
around, you think, oh, the angry fishman's out there, maybe I should stay in here.
Okay. So as you go to Saul, Verna says, wait. There Look, you don't need to do this.
A
You'll tell us
thief needs to
everything?
lose. No,
Whatever.
a thief needs to lose his hands when he steals stuff,
What?
so he can't steal anymore.
This is the common law.
It looks
Just
to
saying,
me
like,
like
you
you're
still got
fucking
teeth.
insane.
You are criminals. You do realize that, right?
maybe you want to offer
Yeah.
one of your hands instead of both of his.
Jared, make a persuasion check, please. It'll be funny.
That won't work. We need answers out of him.
Is that an option?
No, but how about some questions? What happened on that mission? Tell us everything.
How
And the
much do you
saw
know?
is the saw is like the saw is in the skin but not deep, but blood's coming out. Not enough to wake him up.
Yeah, he's like staring at
and
that.
it's just paused there. It would leave a scar, but that's it.
Okay, I just need to say this. How angry am I still? Like
Right.
I feel like this
is an
has got to be
interesting
really
point.
draining. This is going to be really draining your anger, right?
well, for me it's like you put a way to kill him really easily for me, and I'm like, do I want to do it? Because I just have to pull a little string with my mage hand, and he dies.
Wait, how's
And
that set
it's
up?
your fault
Just a
because
string?
he's the blood is being held back by one like a
Stitch.
thing, and I can
About,
blame
yeah.
all the death on someone else, so it's not my fault.
Alvin, tell me this. Do you want to kill
But-
Xander?
That's the thing.
Is that a feeling you have? Do you want him dead?
I also haven't done enough. There's not
yeah.
enough blood loss yet. To,
Also, I don't think Alvin would be smart enough. That's the thing. Like,
It's
as
also like
Bolian, as
that might
Bolian would think
actually
of this.
be- Yeah,
you know,
that
like-
might actually be because it's not a string; it's a belt. So he
Yeah.
would need to.
Mhm.
It's a tight belt as well, so he would
Yeah.
need to pull it back, pull the latch off it.
No,
and
no.
then
I
put
just
it
want to know that question only.
Yeah.
It's not about the means. Just is that something?
Well, like as I said, like already because it's already being punished, and I even had trouble staying in the room. I think I wouldn't be as inclined to kill him. So I'm gonna have to call it no.
Okay, so in general, you would
Yeah.
prefer that he does not die.
I feel like he hasn't. Well, he did throw my pocket watch in the water though.
Oh,
No.
got your pocket watch, like, what a bastard! He should die.
Sounds
You
like
have
you're not opposed to him dying,
Oh,
but you don't want to do it
yeah,
yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's just like I'm gonna
You have a good think about that.
I'm gonna stay off it. But yeah, let's listen to what they have to say.
Right, so
but
he
just for
asked,
the purpose
how
of
much
this,
do we
by the
know?
way, I'm going to say that Lucas and Karn have been gagged, just to make this easier.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine. I don't need them.
Yeah, exactly.
What are their expressions? I'm curious now.
They're like constantly wide-eyed,
Mm.
like constantly thinking like this isn't actually happening, right? Like
Oh,
They haven't peed their pants yet. Damn.
these
hardcore.
fucking
Give it
these
a
kids are
minute.
so stupid, man.
it's like every stage that you go up is like shocking them that it's actually ascending to that level.
So it's
I
like
get the
this
impression-
picture,
They-
this
real.
meme that
Yeah.
David posted that like always has a surprise expression. That's like them right now.
Which one?
I get the
This
impression
one.
that these kids never expected.
What'd you say, Brooke?
I said, like, I get the impression that these kids never expected to face any consequences at any point.
So how much did she tell you? How much do you know?
I would say you start at the beginning.
The sound of the bone saw going really slowly.
Frank.
Really slow.
Not quite, because that's Jared.
Miss McElroy told us she had a job for us. Something that would be fun, but would still help Trinity. So we went to Grendel. We went down to Inns Falls to find a beast. We weren't really told what it was, but the mayor had taken in a beast that we were told had hurt people. So when we got there, we had to look around, and we went to the mayor's house. And they were... They had a different story. Apparently there wasn't some beast that'd be hurting people. There was a beast that would help. That would help the people there grow and prosper for the first time in so long. And they were weird. Really, really weird. But they took us to it. We didn't know what we were getting into at this point. This was so different than what we'd been told. They showed us a basement. And this wasn't some tiger, some bear, some dog, wolf, nothing like that. There was... He's like looking at the saw. You're holding it right now, right? You're not like sawing.
Yeah, it's perfectly still.
Perfect. Yeah, he's like constantly looking at it. And
Intended
anytime you
effect,
ever move,
intended effect.
yeah, anytime you ever like move slightly, he speeds up talking. This music is inappropriate.
Yeah, did it like... Oh, it got to the end of the previous
Put
one.
some death metal on, that'll be... A little bit of organic hallucinations by Decapitated, I'm thinking. It's the only death metal album I know. Because it's shite.
So they took us to their basement, and this... it wasn't like a wolf. There was a pool, a glowing blue pool. In this wet stone basement, I guess. There was something on the wall. Couldn't tell too much what it was, but at the time. But there was this circle, this eye, and these 8 tentacles coming off around it. Symmetrical. They kept talking about adapting themselves to live with the land, to not have to suffer, not for the weakest of them all, not to have to suffer, just so everybody else can live a bit longer. And they said this creature would help them do that. There were plaques on each tentacle. They didn't tell us about those. But at the bottom one, it led toward the pool.
Did they ever call it by name, this being?
They said the elder elementali.
Could you describe all of the people involved? What they look like?
There was the only people we spoke to were the mayor, his wife, a few people to find out about this beast, see if we could get any information first. But they never said anything. The mayor, he's human, middle-aged. Rough face, dark hair, long wavy dark hair, messy. His wife, I don't know. Brown hair? Not standout types. But the mayor is known. We'd heard of him before. But not like this. He's known for being kind and supporting to a lot of people around him, which is relatively rare over there, I guess. He kind of like looks at you to see if he can continue.
Keep going. What happened?
See, he's like really psyching himself up for this to be able to even say it. They took us to the pool, just like a few feet wide. And they reached in their hands and pulled out this I don't know what to call it. This, like an orb, a blob, I guess. Like a thick hide almost, but shiny, a little bit scaly. Just this. This blob. Could see it like changing color in the light. Something inside of it moving around. That was their beast. So we didn't know what to do. But we didn't like it. We were scared. They kept going on about bettering themselves for the future. For adapting. So, I guess Xander got the most scared. Maybe it's because he's feels like a leader, like he used to do something. He stabbed it. And we ran upstairs. We just ran.
What happened when Sander
bought-
stabbed it?
They screamed. It didn't make any noise. It's whatever's like inside of it moved around a lot. They were
So
in
it didn't die.
hysteria. We blocked the entrance. We lit it on fire. That's why I hope it died. It should have died. I don't know what more to tell you. We ran.
No, that's good. That's a good start. Okay. So you
Seems like-
ran.
He's like, what the hell?
So I wish I was Massan's assistant. It was like, no, she just means the incision that she's just made into the arm, not the conversation.
Right, so bloody hell. When you ran, you came back here. You didn't report him with Cian,
We reported it.
but you didn't tell her all of this.
We told her we killed it. That's what we were asked to do.
But you didn't tell her about the fire, about the thing you saw.
No.
Okay. And then what did you do here? Tell me about Xander's wave, the power. When did that start? Was that when he got the pocket watch, or was that after you got back from Grendel?
After we got back from Grendel, we spent a few days in Woodgear. Then one night, our ship was gone. And the next night, Xander said he had a dream. He saw this pocket watch. He was sailing at night in the sea, and some pirates would come and try and take the pocket watch from him. And he knew he'd seen this pocket watch before. Even I remembered it. It's a nice watch. So
Okay. But the
we
wave
got
power.
a ship.
When did that start?
After he had the dream, since we didn't have a ship, we asked to get a lift to here, where we could take everything off the island. Seemed like a little bit regretful he just said that. And when we got here, we found the watch, as we knew we would. And since then, he's been able to do a few things, really.
Jared, timeline clarifications. Was Grendel before they encountered Alvin and stole his pocket watch?
Grendel would probably be very shortly after the pocket watch.
Interesting.
Because it took Alvin a short while to get there.
Yeah.
Actually, in fact, what it was when they went to Grendel to do this. That's when they kind of pissed about for a while, and that's when Alvin encountered them. So it was
But
before.
Alvin's had this pocket watch his whole life, though, hasn't he?
No, I got it from my. I think I
Sure,
told
but you had the pocket watch for a while before you got powers, right? Yeah.
Think so.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I removed the saw from Xander's arm. Any other questions? What am I forgetting, Jared? I'm really out of it.
I'm in 3 minds right now. Okay, where are we at?
I pull out the bone saw. He sighs a sigh of relief, and I pull out the battle axe. Actually, this will be much quicker.
You already pulled out the battle axe. Oh, the grey axe, sorry.
Yeah, the glaive.
Oh, Jared, vital question: is Cradius still enjoying the kelp?
It's not that long.
If you would like to, it's up to him how long it would take.
I think he would love the kelp. No, I mean, I'm not going back. I just want to know how good the kelp.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm just being
it's
silly.
Okay.
I'm just wondering if
It's
Alvin
a lovely
is any-
experience down there.
How good is the kelp?
I'm
What do you
wondering if
think?
Alvin has any interest in this story whatsoever. He has his pocket watch. He's going to go. He's already got a plan for the future.
What were you
He got
missing?
he got a job offer. He has a job offer waiting for him as a guard, so he's fine. He's got his pocket watch. He's all good.
um, you. Hmm. Hard to. Okay. Okay. Hmm. I can't remember what you're missing. Do you think you're missing anything?
No, I think that's everything.
Alvin's not paying attention. He's still looking at his pocket watch while looking at his arms being cut off. Well, his hand.
um. Can
Oh,
I
he
ask
was paying.
something?
Yeah.
He's talking to Masan.
No.
Yeah. I'm wiping the blood off the person, cleaning it.
He acknowledges it. When Miss McElroy asked you to do this, what else did she ask?
Well, she asked that you would never return to the island. Like I said, the easiest way to do that would be to kill you.
Slowly.
However, I don't think we need to do that. Do you think we need to do that?
No.
Okay. So, what I suggest is, I suggest that you all learn from this experience, and by learn from this experience, your actions caught up to you. You were swimming
Lowers his head.
you were swimming in deep water, and you fucked up, and you were woefully unprepared. Did you see the shit that was going on out there? That's something that we now have to deal with. Adults have to deal with. Whatever powers that you children have been mucking around with were so far beyond your control and comprehension. Not only that, but you've been running this life of piracy like it's some kind of game or a sport. Seriously, if there were not good-hearted people in our crew, all four of you would be dead. Trust me, I would have no qualms about it whatsoever.
We just want to do something different.
And it got you so close to the edge.
Yeah, just nodding.
In this world, you do not get second chances so easily. Make the best use of this one possible. If we hear any word of you four returning to the main islands, we will come and finish the job. Because we're professionals. This is actually what we do.
So you'll let us go?
Well, we're going to leave you on this island. We're going to take all of your stolen trinkets and toys. Yes, but with all of your limbs intact and your lives
No.
How's that any different from killing us?
Well, we can kill you.
Sometimes death can be a mercy.
People know you're here. If you can catch some crabs and maybe
There's nothing here.
catch some rain, you might last a couple of weeks.
Wait, but how did you get here? Is there a boat here or not? Like, it was just
No.
out of here.
No.
So how were you gonna
A
go
trade
off?
ship took them here.
So they're gonna pick you up later?
It was not as far as you know. Cian told you that they requested for a trade ship to essentially just give them a lift here, and then the trade ship also took a bunch of their stuff off this island back to Trinity.
So they stayed on an island without a boat and just hoped.
Where are we again? What's the map?
Yeah. What the fuck?
We could drop them off on the
Oh, yeah, sure.
fish island.
No, the Goblin Island that worship me
Yeah.
like a god.
Yeah. we could drop 'em island. Is that too far out of our way?
It's pretty far, I think. It's like a week trip or something.
I don't
Wouldn't
think
be
it's a
long.
week from here. Not from here.
Survival, yeah?
Yeah, I'll go for it. Now roll a spell attack for me.
That's a 6.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh,
So,
God damn
so
it.
has the hand thing been dropped from the table? Just check.
I feel like Alvin should have some retribution. What about one hand?
Fingers.
No.
Ah, maybe.
Wait,
I mean,
so
to be fair, Alvin, we got every single piece of information out of these kids that we needed to. So
I
it's-
don't
it's
really care
entirely
about
comes down to your own
information.
reputation. Yeah, it entirely comes down to your own reputation. What do you want?
I can tell you anything more.
What is the
Silence.
meaning of life?
uh,
Let me roll, see if he knows. Nope.
like.
Wait, does that mean you know?
Wait, he
That's a good question.
he was a spellcaster, right?
Who?
The
Xander.
Sander.
I don't think he's a
He
spellcaster anymore.
cast a spell. You saw him cast a spell.
I'm just wondering if he's like a spellcaster, like taking his tongue would be way worse.
Well, Alvin, and I slide my tools over to you. Dealer's
Oh, God.
choice. And I get up and I leave.
Oh god, no, I can't do it myself. Has Elvin actually killed anyone? I don't think so. Not a
No, he's just made of thousands of squizzles.
Yeah.
Didn't he kill someone at
Sorry,
like the first session when we fought the guards?
No, we didn't kill
No.
any guards.
No, nobody
No.
died.
No, I've
It was
always
close.
we've always shot like did non-lethal and stuff.
Not
I don't think I-
always.
Well, against like fucking fish people. Oh wait, that's your. Sorry, your cousins got killed. Sorry.
Well, Alvin,
I've actually read the monster manual, and then they've got nothing to do with me.
Okay.
Alvin, would you allow me
Alright,
then?
no.
Do you have a good punishment for him?
Well, I'm able to carry out whatever you want. Do you want me to remove his tongue, his hand, his
Don't
unmentionables?
do it, Alvin. Comes to the
No,
central
Alvin.
voice of Radius.
If Alvin wishes retribution, it's his to take. Don't do his work for him.
I don't like you anymore. uh,
Everyone's gangster until it's fucking.
yeah, exactly. I'm
Whatever
gonna.
you want, just don't. Please.
I wish we had a person that could just tattoo like criminal on his face, you know. Well, I think I could do that. Like cut in it like on his forehead. I'll make a pirate's mark.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
Ooh, what's a pirate's mark?
Well, just a skull
Skull
bones.
and crossbones.
Yeah, on his forehead. I'll.
Is that like kind of what pirates have on their flags here, or like how
Yeah.
do pirates stand out?
They do now.
I will
Right,
leave
they
him
just
with
said
his.
it as canon.
I will leave him with his arms.
You've never
but
seen
I will,
anything specifically pirate.
Wait, so I don't know what pirate. Well, I'll just fucking make a pirate, like just put a P on his head, like a giant P. Like
Oh, what now?
pirate.
A penis?
No, P, like from like a giant, just the letter P on his
Little
forehead.
V.
Yeah, I
which
understood.
is-
It was it's a joke.
That's his last initial. Haha.
I don't know. It's
Joke's
just
on
gonna
you.
be.
I'm sure, Jared. I'm sure I would know what the symbol is for
pirate, like
pirate or thief or something.
you know.
There actually isn't one that people use to like proclaim happily that they're a pirate.
No,
No,
I'm
no,
not
no,
trying.
not at all. This
like,
is
like,
branding. Yeah,
branding,
this
yeah,
isn't,
like
this isn't gang signs. This is like. I mean, this is real. People used to do this.
yeah. It's,
I mean, they used to do this a lot to like runaway slaves and stuff. Was like,
right.
mark them on the forehead.
Hmm. So
Sometimes it
people-
would be sometimes it would be
quickly-
fingers as well. Like
Yeah.
like taking like little fingers and stuff. That was the mark of being thievery and stuff.
Well, still in the Middle East, people get their hands get chopped
Yeah.
off. So that's like, but I'll be nice and I'll.
You could take one hand.
Not
No,
like
no,
that.
no,
Amazon with a
you're
bit
not
of
doing it,
lamination
and I
and
can't do
stitches.
it. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
you're not doing it, and I can't do it myself because I almost fucking got out when you were doing it. So I don't think I can do it myself. So.
I can still do it.
I will say,
I can allow her to stop me. Want me to do it?
I will say,
Right.
roll roll a history check.
Sure. Let's
No, that's
see.
me. Are you called?
Oh,
Messiah?
sorry. I thought you. I thought
That's
So you
I was-
probably
Natural 3.
nice.
natural 3. What's the total?
Hey man, in 17 more turns, bro, you're gonna
Uh,
be fucking amazing.
I don't think you've heard of this.
Okay, fair enough.
Cool. I just did some world building
These
and then
dice.
didn't get to use it. Sweet.
These dice are fucked, dude. That's
So do I just so I don't know what mark?
You don't know, no.
Well, anyways, I just I will just
Start the word penis into his head.
no. I'll just I think like you wouldn't write an entire word pirate on his forehead. I don't think that would be. So I'll just giant
Wow,
P on his
good one
forehead.
there.
Just a giant P.
an
No one's gonna know what that means.
I have already done it. It's now canon. There's a guy with a P on his fucking head.
Okay.
What?
Who is in this room? Is it just you?
Well, I
No,
think
no. I'm not
everyone's
leaving
there.
him unsupervised.
This is. I will
just
say
grabbed-
this is a very small. This is like 5 by 7 feet.
I just grabbed like a knife from one of the knives that were left, and I
Okay.
write a letter P on his head.
Bro,
As
you can't
you
just drop
clear,
videos like that into the meme shop when something serious is going down. You just can't do that.
oh my God. As you go to do this, you can see the rage. You might not even see it that much. The rage builds up.
Chill out, don't forget.
I will say, okay, suggestion may last 8 hours, but if the suggested activity can be completed in a shorter time, it ends when it finishes.
Okay.
I don't think suggestion is quite intended for this use. I think that would be
Sure.
more calm emotions.
Calm emotion.
So
Calm
I'm going
emotions.
to very much set the penalty on what he's about to do because of this.
Okay.
Does that sound fair?
Sure.
Okay. Ooh, what was the DC again?
For what?
13 for suggestion.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ah. Okay. 13 and 17. Oh boy. Okay. Velzen bursts the rope that is tying around him and goes in to stop you.
Vernance.
Yeah, you said Velson.
Oh, Vernance. Did I? Oh, we'll see.
wait. So
Uh,
he tries to.
Can I roll like a reaction check or something?
Yeah.
I will say after he bursts out, I will say you can just roll initiative.
Okay.
Do that as well.
I have to roll
Um,
initiative. So I feel like this is just ridiculous. I'm keeping him alive. I'm not even trying to kill him. I'm just trying to brand him, and it's like still,
Yeah.
like
9.
I'm just kidding this guy.
Nine.
I'm fucking killing this guy.
Yeah. Vernance is 9.
Fucking- I have a 9 as well. 6 plus 3.
What's
Plus-
Jared, can I roll for
0.16.
fish again?
9 point what? What's your agility?
Oh,
Or
that's
dexterity?
0.16.
Oh shit, then we gotta roll for it.
Oh.
Or we have a turn at the same time.
Hey, you can go first. It's fine. I am focused on putting a pea on someone's head.
Oh, okay.
I'm rolling so high.
Man, I've rolled this d20 like 6, 7, 8, 9 times tonight, and I've not gotten anything over a 5. That was a 2.
What did everybody else roll? Who is
Oh,
9
here?
initiative.
do I need to put
9,
mine
9.
down?
Alvin, yeah, you can go.
9.16.
You got 9 as well. Oh, okay.
But
okay.
yeah,
So Alvin
I'll
goes
go
first.
second.
So he was first. He's going to try and just grab your. Ooh, that's a natural 20. So he's essentially trying to grapple you.
Oh wait, so wait, he's natural 20? Did you just say?
Yes, on a.
Yeah, I'm not. I can roll. See if I roll a natural 20.
Yeah,
I
go.
guess. That's a 14. No, and wait,
Yeah.
what do I need to save for? Right?
It's
to-
acrobatics would be for you. That's all.
Acrobatics? No, that's a 9. That's a 19, I think.
Yeah, he
What did I
got.
roll? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Yeah. He got a natural 20.
He
so-
got a 25.
Yeah.
So you see like this rage having built up in him. He grabs your arm and just says, "Please."
As a reaction, I think it's a reaction, right? Hellish Rebuke or not?
I believe it is.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
is.
rebuke. So
What did you get Hellish Rebuke from?
I have Hellish Rebuke. I had it from the start, but I've never used it because it costs a spell.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
things have it as an 8. Yeah.
he just
Yeah.
please.
Wait, was I muted? Or did I speak a bit?
You
ago?
might have.
didn't hear you.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I didn't hear you till just now.
Ah, fuck.
What happened?
Let's see.
That explains things.
Shit, what happened?
1d10. So it's so it's already a d2d10s plus and it's automatically a level, so it's a 3d10s. 3d10s. Damn. I'm just automatically doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah, he's attacking me. Yeah. Let's see. D10. Let me see. First, it's a 2. Second, it's a 9. And third is a 3. So it's 5. This is 14. 14 damage.
Oof. So what does this look like actually?
Let's see. Dude. Wait, does he get a save or not? You point the finger and increase the damage you.
Oh yeah, he does.
Wait.
Hellish Rebuke is Hellish Rebuke. Yeah, it is a reaction, so it does work.
Huh.
Wisdom save?
No, I
Or
think it's
deck
dex.
save? Yeah.
Dexterity saving throw. The creature must make it takes to on a failed save or half the damage. So it's only you can have it.
Does it really cost a spell slot?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It
Mhm.
I just lost my last spell slot.
Just all damage. Deck save, that is 13 deck save.
My
not enough,
spell
right?
saving they say is 16, so no.
16, okay.
14. Sorry, 14. Spell saving
So it was
16.
13 damage, right?
14 damage.
14 damage.
14.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Like you grab onto a guy and he just like he explodes in fire. I think it's fire damage, yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he bursts out, immediately goes to grab your arm as it's reaching for Xander. Says, please. And you just look back at him with these fiery eyes burning.
I shout.
fully not
I was
expecting
being
this.
lenient.
That's your Hellish Rebuke. I was being lenient, Mom!
Lenient, man.
I will let you make an intimidation check with advantage.
For
For
advantage, intimidation check. Let's see,
Uh-huh.
core intimidation. Let's see. Oh, I have +4 intimidation. Nice. Let's see. That's a crit. That's a crit. So that's a crit. 24
Okay.
intimidation. I don't have to roll again to see if I'm critting.
He lets go and takes a step back. And it's just like, what have I done? That's like the kind of expression you can tell.
I beat this guy on his turn. Fuck yeah.
Okay. Well, we don't really need combat anymore. Initiative rather. So that's what happens.
I fucking beat the guy on his turn.
That happened.
Yeah, I fucking love it.
Nice.
And I just move back and start putting a P on his face. The P on the face.
Before you do
Hands
that,
up is
I walk over to him as he sits back and I just ask, "You're not going to behave, are you?"
just. Do you need to hurt us?
I need to finish my task, and you've just made me extremely poorly confident about letting you guys wander free, because I feel like we were very clear on our intentions. We were very clear in how easily you were getting off, and you've broken our trust. Chaos Bolt.
Oh,
No!
God. He's like fully conflicted between fuck, what have I done? And is this fair? Okay, fuck, roll.
What's that plus?
I'm just gonna be like.
Oh no.
14?
I love
That's
that I'm
not
not.
bad,
I love that I'm not actually killing anyone here. I even walked away from it, even when he attacked me. Well, he didn't actually attack me. He tried to stop me from doing something.
14 does not hit.
Okay, so let me just see what
damage
type
is
of
it,
damage. Yeah. It was aimed at his head, so it's going to be like right next to his head.
Oh, your chaos build missed? Just make it look like you did it on purpose
Wait, no,
and
that's-
be like angry at him, like, "Ah."
See, could have hit you there, but I didn't.
Yeah. Like make it.
14 misses.
What kind we got?
Oh,
It was a 3, so let me just check.
boys and girls, might I interrupt and ask you a question? Would you like to hear? Have you ever heard of the chocolate bar penguin?
Oh,
No.
a
Yeah.
crit.
Oh, damn! Oh, it's fire, by the way.
Fire.
Would you like to hear a penguin joke?
How much
Is
damage?
it
did
appropriate?
He was just lit on fire.
Why now? Let's see the damage.
Well, it did miss.
God
Yeah,
fucking damn it! Wow.
It did miss, but that's fine. Just play off like you did it on purpose.
that's
Wait, was it disadvantage? Or what?
No, but she rolled with her dice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it rolls away.
Oh.
That was just to see what kind of damage it was.
Natural 9, man. I never roll over a 10.
Alright, I mean... Can I have my turn now?
Yeah.
Sure. But he's just saying, okay, like,
Careful!
thought you-
Ray of sickness!
I thought you weren't going to
Oh
hurt
my
us.
god!
Riff. Okay.
Nice.
13 does not hit.
Nice.
Fucking damn it.
Target.
He's like, okay, I know you guys are pumped.
I mean,
And
his
then-
adrenaline's fucking going right now.
Is it Bertha's turn?
Is it Bertha's turn?
Sure. What does Bertha want to do?
Bertha was
Kicks him-
standing behind him the whole time.
Kicks him in the balls. Kicks him in the balls.
I think Bertha teleports behind him.
Nothing personal,
Nothing
kids.
personal, kid.
To be honest, I think if Felsen went in as well, I think it would have been pretty clear. Bertha probably would as well.
Well,
That's
here's
why
the
I
thing.
asked
Like,
Shoes or something.
my now objective is every one of these people now are getting a pee
No.
on their head. They're all getting peas on their head.
I actually have a pretty good idea, I think. but Vernance and Xander are too much trouble. Way too much trouble.
No.
Like,
They're all
I
getting
was-
peas on their head.
I was surprised. I thought you were not gonna hurt.
Oh, we weren't. And you fucked up.
I'm just marking him so people know
I
that
told
he's
you
a
we were
jerk.
professionals. Okay. Yeah, like I say, I think Bertha probably would have. I don't know. It's kind of a hard call to make when Dave's not here.
Yeah. I feel like Bertha's probably just kind of waiting for a command.
I think she's happy to kill someone, honestly. Or is that
Are
the
we
wrong
still trying to
impression?
kill this guy, or
I actually think if Dave was here, Bertha would have shot this guy at some random fucking point.
What are
you
you
know
doing?
what? I could see that happening.
I mean, Belson is totally intending to kill this guy.
Yeah, yeah, I think Mustafa.
He's got his hands up at the moment, by the way. I did.
I can't believe Station fucking spells as shit, man. So you need. So they still have.
Can I tell my penguin joke now? Because it's really funny.
Go on.
Okay.
What type of pasta do penguins eat?
Pasta.
Penguini. Eh?
What? That's not good.
That's fucking great!
No,
No.
that's too far away.
Okay.
Not close
Penguin,
enough.
penguini. Linguini.
Yeah,
You know what you
linguine, not
people don't
penguin.
appreciate.
What
Linguine.
about Penne?
Yeah. Penguin.
Anyway, just saying, when it reaches my turn again, I am going to start cutting the pea on the head of the Xander.
Oh fuck.
Roll for P. Yeah.
Well, this is not. I'm not going by initiative right now. So whoever
well,
wants to do what, just say. Vernance is looks in the car or on the floor, looking fucking terrified.
Okay.
Um,
Can I?
Velzen, me and you, let's just. Do we have to keep rolling, Jared, and fucking.
No, like just tell me what you want to do.
I want to
Is
cast
Hill okay?
sleep, and to encompass only those three.
Yeah, that's
Okay. Roll your sleep dice.
Or actually, can I target only him?
I think so.
You can. Yeah, you can choose the targets.
I don't think I can.
You can.
You can.
it's
Go-
the
we
lowest.
looked at this- we
No,
looked
I
into
think
this
it's
last time, in the last
yeah, it's the
session, actually.
lowest health.
It's the lowest of the ones you choose.
Oh, it's really okay.
15. That's kind of low, but
that
might
it?
do the job.
16 HP.
You fucking bug!
Sorry. I just bad roll, man. Just a little bit more damage on my.
But
helmet.
as
What the
as
fuck,
Brooke says, do we have to keep rolling for this? Like, can't he just
If you're
go
gonna
sleep?
kill him,
Yeah,
then-
we'll kill him.
yeah, you can kill him. Bertha goes in as soon as she gets the.
Just saying, wasn't me.
No.
Vernance is trying his best to look just not threatening at all. He's and as soon as like everybody goes at him at once, there's no way that he can dodge and even if he could, it's pointless.
Alvin is
Yeah.
not paying attention at all. He just looks up. Oh wait, what happened to that guy? Oh god.
You see him look
I,
at Lucas and Karn, look at Xander, and he's out.
Yeah, I go over to Alvin, gently take the scalpel off him, and just very cleanly nick Vital Artery on Xander.
Ooh, okay.
So everyone gets angry at me for trying to kill this guy, and then
No, not at all.
No,
I
one
just walk,
got
I
angry at
just
you.
I just
Not in
walk
this
away.
room.
I
Not in this
just I just
Oh
walk
yeah,
away.
great this
I
way.
just I walk out, I walk, and I just walk towards the ocean. Like I'm just all my work. I just finally leaving.
Xander is still alive.
Wait, he's still alive? I thought he was Nick.
Well, I'm gonna keep going until he's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are we
you can do
leaving
that.
these other
Alvin.
two alive? What
Yeah.
are we doing with them?
Right.
Sorry, before that. Alvin, as Missan is finishing off Xander, you
Yeah.
feel like you want to see it. That question that I asked you earlier. if Alvin wants them dead or not. If he's happy with them dead. What is the answer?
Ooh, it's such a hard question. Like, I don't
Does
think
Alvin
Evan
think
is.
Yeah, this is
they
a
should be
character
dead?
decision you are making.
Yeah, yeah.
To go
Like, I don't.
forward. Yeah.
That's I think because he chose to like I chose I guess to do the P, like he would have been okay with keeping them alive. Like I think like actually like because
Okay.
they
but
didn't actually kill anyone of his like yeah.
How do you feel
Yeah.
about their deaths? So
I don't think he would care because he didn't do it. I don't think he's yeah. Like I don't
Okay.
think it's like he's not like it wasn't his choice in a sense. Like, like he's not angry about it, but he's not sad about it either. You know, like it's
Okay, so his
Yeah.
choice was to leave him alive, but he's okay that that
yeah,
didn't happen. Okay.
yeah.
So as the last bits of vitality is sliced away from Xander, you feel his almost essence. Like you've had this tied to him for a few weeks now. And you can feel it stronger than ever now. And
oh, you ate his soul. Nice.
Wait, what?
you can feel his essence. And you feel like you could just pull that right towards you. Like you could just grab that essence.
You mean he could consume?
So I feel like I'm just interested in it. I guess I
You
would.
feel like it would be. It's not that you're interested in it. This is up to you. Feel like you could easily just pluck that away from him and take it.
Well, he took my pocket watch.
I don't. I probably don't observe any of this with my senses, do I?
Not really. No.
I just want to point this
Uh.
out. He took my pocket watch, so I took his soul. Bit
Yeah.
of extreme.
Yeah. No. Well, do I know it's like just saying this character is not smart, so it's like not.
You fully know that you would be essentially taking. You would be taking a soul. You know that.
I know that.
You're fully aware of this.
Am I?
But
Now
you have
you
to-
are making this fucking hard. Like now you have to.
You
Now I have
feel-
to. Now I have to
you
decide if this
feel-
guy believes in the afterlife and stuff like that. And
You feel that your patron would be willing to take this, but is essentially asking your full permission. They would not do it if you do not wish it.
Well, I feel like the Patreon was helping me get it. So yeah, repayment in a sense.
The cloud in the sky appeared right before you created your shadow arrow and created dim light.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, he was helping me. So,
But the patron is not asking, but they're giving this fully to you. This option.
I don't think he would have a problem with it. I think he would like because like in a sense repaying a debt. Like you feel
Okay.
yeah.
So, from the low light in this room, a bit of Alvin's shadow kind of grows out and up to his arm, and it wraps around his hand and turns into a slightly darker shadow. Like you've seen with his arrows and his bow. It's not quite shadow. It's a little bit lighter than shadow. It's not pure black or anything. But it seems to very thinly, gently stretch over and just kind of pluck that essence from Xander and reel back in. And that's all that happens.
Alright.
It's very quick and simple.
What just happened?
I feel like I repaid a debt.
Hmm.
The raven looks at you, and Velzen.
I got.
Squawk?
I got.
Are you seeing this
Squawk?
shit?
Squawk.
Hang on, I've got it right here. Hang on. There we go.
Right, okay, so ignoring that for the moment.
Yeah. Crow of judgment.
I walk over to the twins, putting Scalpel away, and I just drop their gags. Are they resisting at all? What kind of state are they in?
They've peed their pants. Twice. Oh. There might even be some shit.
One sec. So they are staying absolutely silent. They're like, every time you go near them, they're flinching. As you go to take their mouth, the gag away. They're like, fully expecting you to do something else more than that. Yeah.
Okay, so I pull them my gags away. Are they saying anything? Or are they just
No.
silent? Okay,
They're like tense puppets.
yeah. Well, that was unpleasant and unfortunate, but I do not think that we have the same problems that we would have had with Xander and Finance with you two. Unfortunately, we can't allow you to return to the islands. However, I think we could work something out that's a lot more mutually beneficial to everyone.
Yes, just behave.
It seems like the two.
Happy.
The two. Velzen. It seems like the two of you are in need of a new crew.
This whole time they're like stiff as possible. All their limbs are like close to themselves. Their mouth is shut. They're like very lightly shaking, just all over, just like not sure how to process this. Eyes wide, just standing still, staring.
Because you have two choices: either we'll tie you up and dump you on a fairly distant island where there are goblins and fish people and wolves, where you can fend for yourselves and hopefully cause us no more problems, or you can join our crew where you will be paid fair wage, and you can continue to practice your skills. The choice is yours, but those are your only two choices.
Well, I suppose it's none of my problem anymore. I suppose it's time to go. Say, and I pull out this cylinder of shadowy essence of some sort. I open it and I hold it out in front of the raven.
Would I be coming back at this point?
Sure, yeah, I would say so. The raven, pretty much like a bird bath, takes just a little sip and head back up. Kind of looks at Velzen, looks at Alvin.
Actually, give me a few seconds. It is time for me
going on here?
to go now. The Raven Queen requires me to investigate some matters of divine importance. It has been interesting traveling with all of you, and we might see each other again.
You
Oh,
found a
wow.
way home.
Yes. The
I'm happy
Raven
for you,
Queen
Velvet.
has communicated a way for it to be possible. And I am leaving now.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure, Velzen. From one lost brother to another. Goodbye, my friend.
Thank you, Kratos.
Ladies' luck be with you.
And you.
Raven takes a look at Critias as well.
Alright, let's go.
Okay,
My best wishes to the Raven Queen.
Yeah.
so you
Bye-bye.
see this raven
Yes.
hops off Velsen's shoulder, and its wings open, and it begins to just fly off. And
Don't forget to write.
immediately after it does, Velzen, as you've seen him do before, turns into smoke or shadow and shoots off, joining the Dark Raven. And as soon as they connect, they like scatter into a fine dark mist, which disperses and fades.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Poochie.
Wait,
Oh.
we're just one thing. We're going into like a really dark thing where we have to figure out like stuff, and the person that most likely is the person that can figure this stuff out is leaving us. Good to know.
Oh, well, we're not necessarily tied to cleaning up the mistakes. But we'll see. Anyway,
I've spoken to the lady.
Prince, have you made the decision? It looks like we actually have an opening as well.
What the hell happened here?
Wasn't me. Did not kill
So-
anyone. Just saying.
You see Vernance is burned, the back wall is burned.
Yeah, they missed
There
a
are
lot.
cuts in vitals on the neck of both Vernance and Xander. And the other two are ungagged, untied, standing there, shaking, eyes open, mouth closed, like almost turned off.
I look at Masan and say, this was necessary?
Yeah, we offered them. We were actually in the middle of finishing our affairs when the little one attacked, and I just did not. I did not deem them to be safe to be left alone. Those two specifically, especially if we had to deal with one, would have to deal with the other. I'm certain of it. These two, however, are of no threat to anyone, and I think they would actually be able to be put to good use on our crew.
A chance for
I must-
redemption.
I must admit, I do feel slightly responsible. It was not my primary goal to end like this, but I honestly don't feel like we could have completed our responsibilities to Cian without disposing of those two. They were just too thick-headed. I mean, look at the lifestyle they led. They weren't going to stay put.
I believe you.
Did we
Thank
need
you,
to take the
Cradias.
bodies with us?
I think just the heads, but that's messy work, and you can leave it to me if you like.
Yeah.
The sound looks tired.
An exhausting day of torture for San.
Actually, I did very, very little torture. It was mostly just
That's true.
emotional. It was mostly just fear tactics. Yeah.
You two.
They
I
do not
pleaded for
flinch
your-
at all.
I pleaded for your lives before we came out here. You've been given a golden opportunity to reform yourselves to become real men. What say you? A chance for a real life.
Wait, aren't we pirates as well? Just
They-
Listeners, different.
They stay almost the exact same. After a few seconds, possibly scared of not reacting for any longer,
I'm
Both
giving
their
them a death
heads.
stare right now.
both their heads like very slowly like tip down and tip back up, like a really disconnected nod,
Good.
Yeah, we've
just like giving any answer to make things not get worse.
yeah. See what I mean, Cradius? These two are harmless.
I appreciate you not killing them.
Even I would have felt pretty bad.
Mm.
Okay,
You see,
so
boys, where I'm from, we don't have capital punishment. We don't believe in killing people. But from what these people have told me, exile's just as bad, if not worse. This is the best that could have happened for both of you two. You're going to spend the rest of your days thanking all of us here for taking the actions that we did. Now get on the ship.
yeah, Cradius, do you want to give them a hand? Cass, Bertha, Alvin, help me clean up this cave.
Shouldn't we ask them to maybe drag the stuff into the boat?
No, I think it'll be a day or two before they're of much use.
Also,
I
maybe
bang
they know where
I-
their stuff is hidden.
I bang my tridents on the floor and then I point it towards the ship. Get moving. Move!
When you raise your voice, they do. Like most of their bodies staying the same, but they're like speed up. Go. They don't even look at any of you. They don't look at Vern's. They don't look at Xander. They don't look at the island, the door. They just go.
I follow behind them and get them into a march. Pick the pace, so come on, let's go.
Silently.
Left, right, left, right.
You manage to herd them into the ship boat.
Should we not have asked them? Maybe there's like hidden spaces. Just saying. Okay, all good.
When I get them back on the ship, alright? We have sleeping bags. I'm sure you know how they work. I don't.
No, God.
Help yourself to them. Find a quiet spot. Do not go into Mason's office. If there's anything you want to tell me about what's still on this island, I suggest you speak up now.
They would get their own share of it as well. Like any of their own particular items they're fond of, we're not going to steal from them. Like being part of the crew, as far as Masan is concerned, means that we're not they're not slaves.
And Cradius would know that as well. I feel so.
Yeah.
They just like gently shake their heads.
All right. You're
Okay.
part of this crew now. We have a fur captain. You pull your weight, you'll own the same amount of treasure as the rest of us.
That's right. I'm captain. I'm the captain here.
Apparently, I'm the
captain
captain.
now.
No reaction.
No, I'm not there.
Yeah, and I think the rest of us just clean the cave out.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
just gonna bend down in front of them, like put a hand on both their shoulders, and just say, well, if they're like, if they sit down, and say, trust me, nothing more bad will happen from this point on. This is your new life. This is a chance for redemption, as I said.
Alvin doesn't stay in the cave, by the way. He walks to the water.
I think Colal's going to roll it, but I just rolled a 20 investigation, not natural.
Okay. Just
in case
looking
there is
around and
anything.
see if there's anything
Yeah,
hidden.
just
Yeah.
I mean, like literally clearing this whole cave out, unless it's too much to carry.
Just real quick, and then I'll shut up for a while. Cradius gets back up on the ship and shouts up, Captain Masan, anything need doing?
Keep an eye on this, Tyr. I think you're probably the most comforting of all of us.
Yeah.
May
So
I
you
pray
sat
over
them
them?
down. They sit down because they're essentially like they feel like they're ordered to. They don't want to show any sign of resistance or disobedience.
Jared, we're keeping some of your NPCs.
You are the ones that I hadn't written anything for. Cool.
Well, now's your chance.
There is no chance. I have a few ideas.
I suggest you get some sleep. We've got a long, busy day ahead of us tomorrow.
Do you take them downstairs?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, got
Okay.
them some sleeping bags, told them to stay out of Masan's quarters, get comfortable.
There are no quarters.
No. Masan put up you put up a sheet across half the
Okay.
half of the storage.
So-
What do you want to place the deck? The below pass.
Okay, so to get to downstairs, you would have to go through room, like the only upstairs room.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
like
that's
only
fine.
one room.
Yeah, you put a can up, didn't you, to separate like So I'll take them to where Masan
Oh,
doesn't
right.
have stuff. And I'll say, like, get yourself comfortable.
Yeah.
There's a
They-
sleep bag. Sleep.
Mhm. Just one.
Well, no, there's 2 sleeping bags.
Okay. Okay. Do you sit there with them, or do you go upstairs?
I would invite them, if they wanted to pray with me for the 2 that we've just lost.
Okay.
don't-
Still
don't have to
in
do it.
shock and everything. They essentially comply.
We're gonna say a little prayer to the Lady of the Deep. May she have mercy on their souls. And then I, go through the whole primordial.
Actually, I ate
thing.
one of their souls, so yeah. No, just
I didn't see that.
nope.
You know what? I'm gonna make a note.
You just got Jason called, motherfucker.
No.
That's a lovely cup of tea, that.
That is a very interesting point. to
Yep.
come- So, that investigation check. Looking around, you were told before that a lot of stuff had been taken off this island. You do see this room is tiny. It's like 5 feet by 7 feet. It's like enough to sleep in for 4 people if it's like pretty cozy, like a tent. There is a table at the other side, like a small desk kind of table, and beneath that there are like scrape marks, which you can tell are from a chest. So those scrape marks across like a shoddy wooden floor, you see them go out the door, and just beside the door as well, in a little crack between floorboards, you see just a couple coins that, with 20 investigation, I'll say you can deduce are just dropped when they're removing everything. Other than that, this room seems pretty simple, empty. There's not much space to hide anything in here. What you can easily find is the belongings of Vernance and Xander, which are still on their person. So for Xander, are you taking notes?
Bro,
Do I need to take notes? Okay. 1 second, I wasn't listening for the last 10 minutes. I'm really at my limit, Jared. I'm sorry.
All that I just said was.
I'm so
You,
sorry.
you only found the stuff on the people that we.
like a handful of coins in the place, but
You saw marks of where a chest had been dragged out the door. You found a couple coins that had fallen into floorboard, which you can deduce with the 20 investigation that they were just dropped when things were being carted out of here to go back to Trinity. On Xander and Vernance.
Wait.
So, I mean, that stuff's not. You don't need to take notes of that.
Okay.
Never felt sorry for Brooke before in my life, but now I'm starting to feel sorry for her just a little bit.
I
Why,
don't.
what's happening with Brooke? Just wondering.
She's
I found my
dying.
notes. I found my
Why is
notes.
she dying?
I'm ill.
Don't be ill.
Okay, yeah. Just tell me what I need to write down, Jared, please.
So, there are their clothes. There's like Xander's long gray jacket.
Oh.
If anybody would like it, feel free.
Is this a cloak of billowing?
You would have to find out.
It better be.
On Xander, you find a pair of like dark brown leather boots, and embroidered on a tag on the inside of the tongue of both boots is a signature that says La Isoba, produced in Haven.
Blah, 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 blah.
Bla Isoba.
Fine, I'll write it down.
Wait, you mean it's not spelled like this?
Blah, 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 blah. I love it.
Jared, I'm shutting down. I'm really sorry.
Okay, I'll tell you very quickly, like the gist, and then
Haven, isn't that the the magic place?
yes.
Okay, cool. Magic bits.
You find a key which looks weird, not a normal key. You find a haversack of Xander's, also says produced in Haven. I can write this down.
I've got it.
Man, they've been up to some shit.
On Vernance, you find a golden lion necklace.
It's got Cradius all over it.
That's the only thing
Okay.
on him.
Okay. Well, yeah. I think let's say head back to
Okay.
Cian.
Yo.
One final thing, you do find
Oh.
on the west side of the island, there's a bunch of like broken jewelry and coins. And for time, I will say, based on your knowledge of the map, this island is directly east of you found the fish people on and the goblins.
Oh shit! Is that where they fucking stash their stuff? I thought this was where they stashed their stuff.
You find on the west side of Xander's cruise island, you find in like all the rocks, just in the ocean, like over here, in the jagged rocks. There's like some drops of broken jewelry and coins.
Jesus, how much were these
Shiny
fuckers
things.
hustling? This is ridiculous.
It's not like super impressive stuff, but
yeah,
it's
sure.
stuff.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask the twins, like, where did you stash it all?
I was taking them,
We're having a prayer meeting right now. You might want to come back in about 20 minutes.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. If the weather's fine,
Bible studies.
if the weather's fine, we could actually just bed down for a long rest.
I'm
On the
I'm
boat.
actually still
Totally.
I am still on the island, trying
Okay.
to figure out this shadow. Just say.
Yeah, we need to
The
talk
shadow.
about that. That might be like a next session thing for Alvin.
Hassan,
Ah,
just
like-
one thing I need to confirm with you. I did speak with the lady. She was responsible for what I thought she was. The waves in the wind.
That's very interesting.
I believe she was
Did-
trying to defend us from something else, whatever that may be.
Yeah, and whatever that might be might now be inside Alvin.
I did think of that. It's a terrifying thought.
I am very worried.
It
What are you
did
talking
start
about?
out-
He's my buddy. He's my buddy.
Well,
I'm not there, but just say.
Yeah, we'll
This,
keep an eye on him.
these bouts of anger first started when I started teaching them primordial and teaching them how to pray.
I think whatever. Here's my theory. Whatever they encountered in that basement, Xander absorbed something, and now that has transferred into Alvin. I don't necessarily know if it's aligned with his previous deity, but it might be.
Hmm.
A patron, whatever.
I need
Alvin
to learn
doesn't
more
care.
about that.
Elf does care. Elf is gonna be a
We're
guard.
having this meeting on the boat away from you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Just
I'll
saying,
keep
Jared, right in. Alvin's gonna be a guard. Just say.
Wait, for real?
No. It's like that's his plan right now. I think.
Evilest guard.
Oh, really?
Corrupted guard for the whole
He's gonna
world.
retire and become a guard.
But I want to find a way to avoid it. But I think it would fit with my character because
Okay.
he gets access to a forest, and he gets guard duty. Like he gets money from just doing nothing all day, all good. Lazy
Hassan,
man.
I have one more question to ask, and it's going to be difficult for you to answer, but do you think Velzen held my oath fulfilled?
Oh God.
Oh. I don't think I can answer for him, I'm afraid.
Think I've done a good enough job protecting him?
I mean, you couldn't have done any better. He was fine when he left.
That's comforting to know. I'm
Uh,
gonna miss that guy. He was interesting.
Yeah, he was interesting.
I think he still owes me money.
Well then, I'll be in charge of the twins. I'll make sure that they're up to scratch. Continue
Yeah.
the training. Make sure they're well drilled, well behaved. Give them a good start to their new life that they clearly never had before.
We'll see. We'll see how useful they might be. At the very least, they should know their way around the boat. I'm hoping after this job we can actually upgrade to a slightly better boat.
I
where
got
they would
faith in
actually
these
be.
two. And Masan, thank you very much for giving my way a chance. And I know it works differently up here, but it still means a lot to me that you would trust me that much after not knowing me that long.
There's always room for compromise.
I think there
They
needs
still,
to be
they
a bit
still
more on
died.
my
They still
side.
died. They still died. They still died.
We kept
Well,
Alfred alive.
yeah, exactly. That is compromise. Kratos wanted them alive. I wanted them dead. And we went half and half.
Should just made them all undead.
I really want Alvin to become evil, but still, but I'm trying to. He can't be. It can't be too easy.
I'll strive to make more compromises on my end as well. That I promise. Anyway, where's my sleeping tube? I'm getting really tired.
Me too.
Okay, so set on to the ship. You get a long rest.
God.
I'm still focusing on the shadow. Even if I have to take an entire night of no sleep, I'm taking it to try and figure out this shadow thing.
Okay, if you'd like.
Yep. I try
All three of my
meditation.
spells, let's find
I go through everything. Like I go to meditation. I go to shouting at the shadow, and then people get angry because they're being woken up by my shouting at the fucking shadow. I'm doing everything.
Alvin, keep it down. For the deep sake, it's been 3 fucking hours of this.
What exactly are you do you want to figure out?
I try any form of communication with it. Like it's
I
it went
see.
it crawled up my arm, so like there is some kind of like.
Sorry, really will be the last thing I ask. Did I get at least a fish?
Oh yeah, definitely. You go
I
after
will
you.
make the twins a nice fish broth.
Okay.
Fishy broth. Fishy broth.
I was thinking just like fish and water boiled.
Yeah.
But supplies, you've got them. Yeah, you can do them. They're showing a little bit less apprehension toward you, but they're
guess-
Oh,
still very cautious of every move they make.
Cradius has got a nice little pet project. And now I will shut up and let you carry on with your soul eating.
Two things. First thing, did you actually get a cooking book? Because you never learned how to cook, right? Because you
That's true.
only eat raw. Just wondering.
I could have sworn that I think either you or Bertha actually took the time to teach me how to make like a fish stew.
Well, I think Bertha stole a cookbook from the 111 bandit thing we
The
did.
all
so-
but one thief.
Yeah, the 111 thief. Yeah. So, I think she stole a cooking book, so you might have been learning that, but I don't know. Just-
Would you like me to make a fishing check?
I want to see how you.
Not a fishing, a cooking
a
check.
cooking check. I want to see how badgers do it. I want them to get food
Sure.
poisoning. I want
Sure,
them to
make
get-
a
Would it be intelligence?
make an intelligence check, yeah.
Okay. Wow, come on, one good roll tonight. 6.
Food
Six. Okay.
poisoning. Yes.
So there's only so much that can go wrong here.
I managed to do it.
You, as is your preference, the ratio of fish to vegetables was maybe a little bit off for the
Unbalanced.
surface dwellers. Not quite as rounded of an experience as they might be used to. But they eat it, and you eat it, and it's not bad. It's just a bit overly fished.
That
was
is
hoping
much
for
better
food
than I
poisoning.
expected. Thank you, based merciful DM.
Well, the thing is, like 5 DC can be very easy. So I feel like that's relatively fair.
I wonder
It's
if
not
as
a hard
because
thing
I'm
to
really
do.
good at cooking, if I rolled with disadvantage, would it have been any worse? No.
No.
I was fully expecting that to be a natural one then.
You just boils a fish at a low temperature.
I warmed it up a little bit and then just threw it at them. Here, here, take it.
Okay. So you all have a long night's rest.
Do I get it? Well, I only need 4 hours. I
Okay,
guess.
yeah.
I
So
guess.
you want to sort of commune, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah.
Interesting.
See if I learn anything.
A charisma check.
So charisma check, just straight out charisma. Okay. It's
Wait,
possible.
are you trying to get in contact with your link?
Yeah,
or-
with the shadow, like the kind of trying to remember the feeling of it going up and trying to take the soul. I guess. I'm trying to see if I can learn something from it.
Okay. Let me check your character sheet.
Good.
Ooh, this is very difficult.
I want to lower my intelligence. I want to go down to a minus
Yeah.
one.
Because you were originally gonna do that.
Yeah.
So okay, I'll just tell you some things, and things that you would easily be able to observe, and then we'll make a check if you still want to know something.
Okay.
So, you spend all night looking at your shadow, seeing if it's like ever changing. Conjuring spells, looking at these shadowy spells, your shadow arrows that you've made.
Yeah.
Because the shadow that grabbed that essence looked relatively similar to conjuring a shadow arrow.
Okay.
One thing that you can one thing you can discern is you begin to conjure a shadow arrow, and it just looks ever so slightly less dark, ever so slightly less like a shadow, slightly brighter.
Okay. It's not a shadow arrow anymore. Now it's a bright shadow arrow. How does that work?
Pardon?
It's like now it's a bright shadow arrow. Wait, what?
What do you want to know?
Oh, that's not really helping, I guess. There's there's no communication whatsoever. No indication, no.
You feel a presence
I feel a presence.
coming from the pocket watch, coming from you. It's not just the pocket watch that this seems to be tied to. It is you. It's definitely both.
Yeah, well, I can't really. I'll just close my eyes and try and communicate like I did with the previously, try to talk I guess to a deity or whatever. Try and see
Okay.
if I can get some information.
You do have a dream. you have a dream once again of being in an endless sea. Seeing that Pokewatch. But this time, it's not in a green cage. There is no cage. The Pokewatch is simply there for you to grab and have.
A lot more peaceful.
Yeah, it is peaceful. You don't feel the same anger that you've had.
Right? And nothing else? No other feelings? No.
You swear off in the distance. You see that burning city again. But it doesn't feel as important right now. After you've just got your pocket watch. You notice it. But the pocket watch is what's most important right now.
I agree. No.
Anybody else? Okay. So once everyone wakes, if you left late at night, you would arrive sort of early afternoon the next day.
Get my spells back as well? Just check.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get everything back.
Yeah.
I don't think we said we were setting off.
Oh,
But
I
if
thought you did.
No, I think we're just sleeping on the boat.
It's fine if not.
Is it? Because I mean,
No, it's totally fine. Yeah.
Basically, all we would have done is just when the twins were a little bit more receptive, just ask them where the stash was. So it's kind of there's no rush to get back to Cian.
All right.
I think we already know it's on the boat that they sent back to on the trade ship that they got pushed to.
You managed to get some murmurs out of them, and that is tell you.
Okay, and that went back to.
It went to
where?
Trinity. It was spread into different islands in Trinity, depending on what the group asked them to put it toward.
Yeah, may I roll for fish again for breakfast?
Sure, go for it.
DM, could we? Is this a good place to
11.
end it? Have you got anything lined up?
We could end it here.
Yeah.
We could. There is the meeting with Cian, but that could easily wait until next time.
Okay, yeah. As long as there's no major events, which is all I was asking.
So there's a lot more to do next session.
Next session is mid-realm, my guy.
It'll be a while until we play next session.
Okay, so there's the cut now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say, as a final thing, in the morning when you wake, perched on the mast of the boat is a black raven.
Oh, fuck off.
Just sitting
Cat's fault.
watching.
Pew, pew, pew. Kidding.
Oh, I can send a shadow bolt there. Maybe we can take the soul.
Yeah, good luck.
I give it a wink.
It looks back. Okay.
Wait. So I see a raven, right? Is it actually is it the same raven, or is a raven just? Do I notice the raven?
Make an intelligence check.
I want like, is it food? In a sense, that's what I'm asking.
I'm just gonna go out on record right now. If you even attempt to hit that thing, I will divine smite.
I think Wilson has lectured you on ravens.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm rolling now. I rolled a 14. What do I do?
Velson would be angry.
It looks like the raven, like the one I shouldn't kill. Like
the only ravens you've.
I've been told to kill no raven. Okay, just just checking.
The only ones you've seen recently are.
Like there's no squizzles on this island.
Not
I need
quite
to
as
shoot
material.
something. Like
Shoot some fish.
Do we have a rolled up newspaper I can smack him in the head with?
You've got
Like, I
some.
feel like that. Like, I need some rolled up parchment to smack him in the head with every time he looks like he's gonna murder a small animal.
Next time, I'm just gonna like capture squizzles and just like release them when I want to hunt.
Oh my god.
I really
Oh.
am. I really am the retard wrangler in this group, aren't I?
Squizzles, more addictive than crack.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Squizzles.
Anybody got any final notes, or shall we end it here?
I think we can end it here.
Okay.
Bye,
Nice.
bye, Fish Planet.
Bye, Fish Planet. We'll see you again soon. In more color than ever.
Wait, what's happening?
Mid-realm is happening, my guy.
Mid-realm is happening.
Wait, oh, so it's finally time for Esmolin to kill himself.
It's time for me to honor, my darling.
And also for Dusty to make the grand unveilment.
I'm gonna need to prep for that too.
Okay, so
Monk, you missed the last session? It's already happened.
Yeah, I know. I've gotten the
Oh yeah.
Oh, I sent you the fucking VOD, didn't I?
Did you watch
yeah,
it?
that too.
just some.
I have
before
not
die,
watched it
Okay.
yet.
You might like
just
it.
some quick.
Yeah, I'm sure. I will watch it.
Mid-round business because me, David, and well, actually, I should start with this. I think we've got someone new to join us for mid-round. A very long-time friend of me, David, and Jared's.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it. She's brilliant.
She is
Oh,
really
she is.
funny.
She's like, I consider her part of like my chosen family.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, she
yeah.
legitimately is one of the best friends I've ever had in my life. She's an amazing person.
And she's going to bring very similar, like Dave energy to the party. I think.
Chaotic.
She's
Her,
very.
like, whatever her character is going to be is going to get on famously with Flynn.
Cassie is chaotic drunk.
Yes. Yeah, I could see that actually. We've been
And Cassie herself, not her character, fucking hates elves for some reason.
So wait, so Esmolin's gonna really love this person? Just saying.
I think I
Who
think they'll get
knows?
along fine.
I think they'll be less grating than Flynn.
Okay.
Flynn is probably the limit.
Right, so I'm going to end the stream there. To anybody who was watching, thank you very much for watching. And maybe back next week? Question mark?
Oh, I doubt it because that's
Yeah.
the second. That's the second thing I
So-
needed to say. Was that
It's a couple of weeks.
because me and David and Cassie also have rotas now. Where we
I
work.
don't have my rota yet, but we'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna have to coordinate. It's not gonna be able to be a set night per week anymore. We're gonna have to coordinate in
Yeah.
advance which nights we can play.
Yeah.
I'm going to
me,
stop
it's,
streaming here. Bye, guys.
Like we've been doing
Bye, bye,
recently.
bye.
Yeah,